Good morning.
Morning.
We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Before we get started, let me walk through our role as a board and kind of the format of the meeting today. We're the 2025 Board of Equalization and Review for Union County, and we have been appointed by the county commissioners to hear all taxpayers with respect to concerns/complaints regarding the valuation of their property for tax purposes. Property owners appearing before the Board of Equalization and Review have a right to a fair and equitable hearing. The Board of Equalization and Review has been charged with ensuring that the proper legal principles have been applied in a valuation dispute for tax purposes. So the format for the meeting, the clerk to my right will call the case. The county will come up initially to the podium, and they'll locate the property on the monitor so we're all looking at the same parcel on the monitor. At that time, you'll go ahead and present your information. Make sure you're speaking into the mic. The meeting is being recorded, so keep that in mind. And after you finish your presentation, members of the board will have a chance to ask you questions. After we go through that, you'll have a seat. The county will come up, present their information. We'll have a chance to ask the county questions. They'll have a seat, and we'll give you up to a 5-minute rebuttal time at the end. We ask that you keep each case to 10 minutes or less. If it gets to be about 8 minutes, you'll get a 2-minute warning from the clerk. Okay. And any sales data that you present needs to be as of 1/1/25 or before. It can't be after that date since the effective date of the reevaluation is 1/1/25. Any and all questions from the county or the taxpayer need to be directed to me as chairman. And after we hear all the cases today, we'll go into the deliberation phase of the hearing. You're welcome to stay for that. We typically don't take any questions during that phase unless we have both parties here. After we conclude with the deliberation phase, typically the county will notify the taxpayer within 30 days of the board's decision. By statute, the burden of proof is on the taxpayer to demonstrate that the assessment is erroneous, and only individual taxpayers or licensed residential or certified real estate appraisers licensed to do business in North Carolina may express an opinion of value of real property. No other persons, whether attorneys in fact, attorneys at law, or corporate representatives, are entitled to express an opinion of value of real property. So before we get started, if we could make sure we have our cell phones silenced or on vibrate. And miss anything? Is everybody ready to go?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, everybody's mics on?
Yes.
Mark doesn't need one. Okay, Madam Clerk.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
We are going to start with hearing number 8. This is going to be for property key number 05063030A. The taxpayer is Waxhaw Parkway Farm LLC, and there is a representative here today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
If you will turn to page 8 in your packet. That's where our map is. It shows you where the subject lies in relation to the Waxhaw area. This is Old Waxhaw Monroe Road. And you can see on your map that it's kind of right around the corner from Waxhaw, from downtown Waxhaw area. Everybody familiar with this area?
I am. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Everybody else? Okay.
Yep.
Just want to make sure.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Parker.
And if you'll just state your name for the record, please, that would be great.
Good morning. My name is Tom Crouch. I'm here representing Waxhaw Parkway Farm LLC. You'll see me on a couple other ones as well, but this is just one of the LLCs. If you don't mind, am I allowed to move this around? Does this have the same layers as the GIS website?
Yeah, would you prefer that?
Yeah, if that's okay.
Absolutely, let's do this.
Perfect.
And then let me put that in there for you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm sorry.
Perfect, thank you very much. This is the same parcel, and I was just gonna pull up a couple map layers to show. Our main concern with this one, with this parcel in particular are the streams and then the contours as well. So if you see on the right side of the property going down north to south, there's a stream that runs there, as well as you see the topo. So from the top left side to the bottom right side, it's about 80 feet across there of fall. So if you ever go out there and walk, you're basically standing on like a very, very steep hill that goes down. So there's no easy way to ever develop this, and that mixed with the fact that it's completely landlocked, and so there's no access to it unless you go through another parcel. We feel like the valuation was high for this, and those are our two main reasons, and I'm happy to take any other questions you may have.
Okay. Questions from the board, Mr. Smith?
I want to hear from the county.
Yeah. Mr. Benson?
Yeah, I'll wait, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Ashcraft?
You said it's a LLC that owns this property. Do y'all own any other property when you say it's landlocked?
We own the property to the left, yes, sir.
And does that have access to the road?
It
You know what I
does,
mean?
yes, sir, it does down below.
Can you, okay.
I can scoot, it's this little, this little access road way down here.
Okay, so you own the one beside it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right. I don't have any questions.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
a question just came while I've been thinking about it. How long ago did you all acquire this property?
I don't have the exact date. It's been probably over 10 years, though.
And in the acquisition of this property, was those not some concerns at the time, or they only became concerns once you had the property and you was able to see how it flowed?
I was not there when they purchased it, unfortunately, so I'm not sure what the conversations were ahead of the time. We only recently started looking at it and kind of discovered this, and looked at with an engineering lens, and had some professionals look at it as well with us, and kind of discovered that.
Okay. That's it for right now, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Crouch.
Yes, sir. Thank
That's
you.
correct. Tom
Yes,
Crouch,
sir.
right? Okay. If you don't mind, have a seat, and we'll hear from the county, then I'll give you a chance for rebuttal if you'd like to have one.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
If you'll turn to page 19, that's where our analysis is. On our analysis, you'll see that the median price per acre for vacant land between 12.2 and 20 acres in this area is $25,004. The parcel's valued at $24,832. With that in mind, we also, the parcels that we've used for comparables all have a combination of topography, ponds, streams, and none of them have any discounts as well. So we've been consistent, we've been equitable in treating this parcel with everything else. I've also taken the liberty, since there's a stream on the property, and the stream you can see kind of continues on in the area, I've looked at all the other parcels with streams that butt up to this or adjoin this parcel. No discounts on any of the others as well. That's all I have for you.
Okay. Questions for the county, Mr. Benson?
Is there no discounts because you can't determine that there's flood damage?
So there is no FEMA on these. There is no flood in this area. There's topography. There are some low-lying areas, but the FEMA, the floodplain area, they are not in the floodplain.
So those streams don't overflow?
I can't tell you whether or not they overflow, but they're not substantial enough that FEMA deems them in a floodplain.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ashcraft?
So what you're telling us is the county's looked at that situation with the topo and we're not even gonna talk about the land lot thing since they own the LLC beside it. So if everyone in that area that has topo problem, which we see they do, and no changes, nothing, makes sense to me. I'm good.
Thank you, sir.
I would
Mr.
just
Smith.
ask one thing, to turn the FEMA grid on, just to make sure that there is showing no floodplain there.
Sure.
Just to verify that.
Let me go out here a little ways.
Because I know downstream of there was some, I believe, from one we had a few weeks back, nearby property.
So I've got 2014 FEMA on.
And it doesn't appear to show any, if you zoom back out.
Nick, I think you exited. Sorry.
Sir?
You're good.
Or zoom in, I guess.
Zoom in. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you can see if there's anything showing, which doesn't appear to be, does it?
No, sir.
That's just wanted to verify. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
I am kind of curious, though. I mean, I understand your statement, I think, about the topo. But with those tight lines on there, why there wouldn't be some kind of topo adjustment applied to it? I mean, sounds like nobody else has. I get that part. But are the lines as tight? Well, I reckon they are to the south of it.
They are.
They are.
All around.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
All
In
around
addition to
the
that,
site.
there's even neighborhoods built right here. So this is Old Stone
Yeah.
Forest on this side right here. These are
Yeah.
custom $1 million homes.
Yep.
And you can see there's quite a bit of topography over here as well, even in addition to streams.
Okay. Got you.
Yes, sir.
I didn't see that south of it. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mr. Parker.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Cratchit, any final comments you'd like to make on this property?
The only comment I would make is down below here, the neighborhood you referenced, there is some flat spot at the top where you could build a house. I don't think there's any flat spot on this property here that you could ever build anything without some serious grading. The only flat spots we had down here is where the stream is, and to your point, the creek does rise. Like, it's not floodplain, but it does rise when there's a big rainfall. So without some very extensive grading to get in there, I think we wouldn't be able to build one house of how much topo there is there, would be my only point.
I'm trying to think, I've been through there. Are houses being built on that neighboring property now or not?
I don't believe so, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't believe so.
Okay, and it might be the neighboring pieces there I'm thinking of. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I'm
Smith.
good. Well, I'll say something later. I'm good.
Okay. Madam Clerk?
All right, we will move to hearing number 9. This is for property key number 05063034. The taxpayer is Waxhaw Parkway Farm LLC, and Mr. Crouch will be speaking on their behalf as well.
Okay, so this is the bigger piece.
Thank you, Tom Crouch again, same property next door.
We got you on that.
Our concerns with this property and the price that we have versus what the county has, again, similar concerns. There's some extensive topo in there, not nearly as bad as the property next door. There's no sewer there, and the biggest concern that we have is there's a Waxhaw Parkway plan to go through there, which is why we named it that, after we realized it was coming through there. And so the DOT is going to come through and basically cut that property in half. And you can go on the NC DOT website to see their plans. There's no date of when it's going to come in, but we can't sell it to anyone because there's so much unknown. So no one knows what they're buying. No one has any confidence that they could build on it or use it because DOT is going to come through and take pretty much everything in the middle, is what we've been told. but no date on that, so we don't have a timeline. And that's probably the biggest reason why we feel like the price should be discounted, just because of the uncertainty, and there's just no comparison to that.
Okay. Questions, Mr. Ashcraft?
Is this similar to the one on the right that we just looked at, being right beside it? You stated that you weren't part of the LLC 10 years ago when it was bought. And I assume this large parcel that you have right now on the map, was that acquired at the same time you bought the other one? I know you weren't there, so I don't.
I can't know for sure.
But being part of the LLC now, y'all normally look at these kind of things, right? You know, the topo, the land, you just don't go out and buy, right? Y'all
Yes,
make-
sir.
Just wanted to make sure that's understood. And y'all knew all about the topo when it was done, and you acquired the property. All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Benson?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Crouch, you and the county are $583,400 apart. How did you come up with your figure?
We based that basically on the fact that we don't have anyone who would technically buy it right now, and so we decided that was a fair figure because there's so much unknowns that to pay tax on almost $1.2 million when we couldn't ever sell it for that is just doesn't seem fair to us.
And you mentioned some of that had to do with future projections of what may or may not come through the property?
Yeah, yes, sir. It is going to come through. We just don't know when. DOT has announced it, and it is set on their website, and so it is going to come through. We just don't know when.
And with that lack of unknown, we will say, or with that unknown, a better way to put it, you realize the county is in a position where they have to appraise the land at what it is now, not looking what may be later. It just seems there's such a drastic disparity in that. All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Mr. Smith?
I would assume this land got purchased back in the day, speculating the Waxhaw Parkway would come through it and make it more valuable. To be honest, not less valuable by being cut in half. The Parkway comes through, you got access to this, to build whatever. And I assume that's why it got bought. And county's got it valued at less than $10,000 an acre because it's a larger parcel. That's about as cheap as they go in that part of the county that I see. I'm just at a loss on why we're here on this one. Thank you, I'm done.
Okay. Mr. Crouch, if you don't mind, let us hear from the county, and then I'll give you a chance for a rebuttal.
Thank you,
on this.
sir.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning again. If you'll turn to page 20, that's where our analysis is. We were limited on large parcel sales that we could use in this particular case to value the parcel. We did have an 86-acre parcel and a 125-acre parcel. The average between that, the median between 86 and 125 acres is 12,000 an acre. We've got the subject parcel valued at 9,793 an acre. We feel like that's fair and equitable. We also tend to agree that if at some point the bypass does come through there, it will make the land more valuable, not less valuable. They'll be able to develop it, put commercial potential on there. It should increase the value of the property quite a bit.
I'm trying to see how it's gonna come through there anyway with all the houses around it, but I reckon it's just gonna swoop down from the top.
I'm actually not sure
Properties
it's,
we talked about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
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 it's not funded and it's not
Yeah.
approved at this point, as
Yeah.
far as I know, so
Right.
we're not sure.
yep. So, thank you, Mr. Parker. Questions, Mr. Smith?
No.
Mr. Benson?
I think well, let me do this. Let me be fair. How is there such a disparity from your part, since I asked the petitioner that question? I'll ask you, Mr. Parker.
Yes, sir. We use the same process that we use on every piece of land. We use sales in the area, we take the median, and we come up with our value. We use the same methodology that on this parcel that we used on every other parcel in the county.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ashcraft?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Parker.
Yes, sir.
Any follow-up rebuttal comments, Mr. Crouch, on this one?
Just one comment. Do you know if the other larger parcels also were in that DOT, or the DOT plan, DOT project? I do not know. Okay.
Yeah.
That was our only difference, I would say, is that those projects, while yes, the Parkway could increase the value, the unknown is what is scaring off a lot of buyers and devaluing it for us right now. And yeah, in the future, it could be worth more, but we're looking at the here and now value of it, and that the unknown is what we feel like is bringing the price down.
Yeah, that's the unknown, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank
That's
you.
what we deal with today.
All
Mr.
right.
Chairman,
Yeah, yes.
if I may.
Yeah.
I'm looking at some carport information here. This parkway has been in discussion since 1992,
Right.
and there's multiple realignments on the map. It keeps getting changed. And that's
Yeah.
part of what it's even one of the bullet points here is multiple alignments have been considered over the past 30 years.
Since
It's not
1992.
1992.
Okay.
I was actually still in high school
Right.
at the time.
Okay.
But to that point, it's still not funded, still not decided upon.
Yeah, the funding
Nobody knows
priority got
the route
removed
that
a
it's
few
gonna
months
go.
ago for this project.
Yeah,
Just wanted to share that
It
as
is,
well.
yeah,
it has no chance in the next 20 years of happening.
yeah,
Yeah, let's move on.
yeah. Okay.
That's obvious.
And Mr. Crouch, you can kind of slide over and keep standing if you want to, or sit. Okay, we'll go, Madam Clerk, and,
So hearing number 10, property key number 07084273. The taxpayer is Liquid Management LLC, and Mr. Crouch is here presenting today.
Good morning.
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 Property is located on June Street, this is Highway 74. This is the Walmart in Indian Trail. And it kind of cuts through, this is some retail, and the parcel sits behind the retail.
is that a street?
No, there's no street in here.
Okay,
It's probably,
It's just behind the shopping centers.
it's probably landlocked.
or who owns 95? you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we familiar where it is? This is
yeah.
the Walmart, this is the Marathon gas station. There's like a shopping center here. That's that side road that comes out.
So what's in front of it again? What's that? Right in front of it, 66?
Caliber collision.
Okay. I think I know where it is.
Yeah,
Well, I know where
I've
it
got,
is.
I know where it is, I don't know that I've been back where
I
the
haven't been-
property is.
me neither, Mr.
Yeah,
Chairman.
okay, but I'm familiar with the area, everybody good?
Yeah, I know
there?
where there is.
Okay,
Okay.
Mr. Crouch?
Yes, thank you. As you can see, this property is pretty simple from our perspective. The reason you've probably never been back there is there's no way to access it. That open area, I don't know if you can send mouse, this open area here, this is not a road. This is a wooded area and plantings and everything like that. And so there's no access to it, so it's unusable. We do not own any access on this road either, any other parcels. We own another one beside it, but again, no access. And so there's really no use for it right now. You know, potentially could buy some other stuff in the future to make it usable, but right now it's completely landlocked. Doesn't have any development ability or really single-family ability right now.
Okay, questions, Mr. Ashcraft?
So you own two lots. The LLC went out and bought these two lots just because it's, why'd you acquire? Or did y'all develop it?
No,
Because I
sir.
don't know how anybody, you know, as he says, those lots that are behind there, somebody put the lots in there for some reason. I guess they were planning on putting a road down it, but
That's my question, yeah.
that's the reason why I'm asking you that question is, I don't see an LLC buying two lots like that.
Yes, sir.
I don't.
I don't know who originally platted it this way. Well, we
Yeah.
had bought some other property, and that property had those parcels included in it somehow, and then we used the other property, and those were just remnant pieces that we didn't know how they were connected. I believe when someone did a subdivision plat a long, long time ago, it cut it in half, is my understanding, but
That's
no,
what I'm
so we,
saying. The LLC had nothing to do with this development, in other words,
yes, sir, that's correct. We did not have it.
that you know of.
So I believe this plat
Okay.
was done like over 30 years ago, and we were not doing anything at that point.
So how'd you end up with those two lots?
We bought another piece of property, and those came with it.
When you say you bought another piece of property, which one's that?
This one right here, sir. This is
Oh.
where the IHOP is and the urgent care.
And you just went down there and picked up those two lots?
They came with it when we purchased it. The owner, I
Okay.
don't know how he got it.
All right, I don't have any questions, I'm sorry.
Mr. Benson?
Yeah, it's a widget, all right. But the county, seemingly looking at your request, they went down 12,600 already. They've already gone down. Were you aware of that?
Yes, sir.
And yet you still feel that you feel your value is at 12?
Yes,
still?
sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Smith?
Are you aware, is there any easement or is that wooded area deemed to be a potential road or could be road? If
That's where I was.
Do you have any idea?
I don't. I assume someone probably thought that when they platted it, would be my guess, but I don't have that knowledge, unfortunately.
I wonder who owns it?
Yeah, that's kind of my
Do you know-
question.
That's gonna
too.
be something for
It's
the
not
county,
even
I
a
think they're gonna have to
That's
answer.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They can.
Because
you
it
can
looks
probably
like
put
on
a road
the
down there, but-
top end, it's got access, but when you get down your way, it turns to trees.
Okay,
The access behind it, where this truck is right here,
Yeah.
that's someone who just put some gravel down so they could drive into their backyard. Yeah, it's not official road from what I've seen.
okay.
Okay.
I guess the question is, was this meant to be residential, you think? I have,
That would-
I
that would be
can't
my
tell
only
what these
guess.
buildings are here. You've been out there, I
Oh, right here?
Yeah,
So the ones in the front here, these are houses right here, yes, sir. The ones in the back here, these are not developed.
Except that one, that's the bigger lot, going up.
Oh, these up here,
Yeah,
yes, sir.
that one.
Yep.
Is that a
those are
house?
houses.
This is a house, yes, sir.
So this was meant to be residential.
That would be my guess, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, they
When it
certainly
was
got to
developed.
that house.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Let us hear from the county, Mr. Crouch. Yes.
Morning again.
Morning.
We did come down on the parcel. We did use 25% for access under the circumstances of the parcel. We did do a sales analysis, which is on page 23, and it kind of, this is on 1.2340 acres. So it kind of went in line with the sales that we have. Making the adjustment of the 25%, we thought that was fair to the taxpayer, and we was going to stand on the new value of $39,400.
Okay. Questions for the county, Mr. Smith?
I kind of go back, is there potential access to this property? Any idea what that, is it deeded to be a roadway in front of it, or?
I'm not aware of any deeds.
I mean, who owns the property where the trees are?
I'm not sure.
Is it deeded right away that just hadn't been developed? That's what I'm trying to,
I believe it's power lines. If
Do you think
do
it's
the-
what?
Do the 45 degree. I believe it's power lines back there.
power lines?
Yeah,
Probably
Yeah.
utility easement.
yeah.
There's no parcel identifying information.
That's what it was looking like to me.
It just looks like it was
There you go.
similar to what's behind it, where it was cut
Oh, yeah.
to be a road, but never turned into a road.
There is a power line through there.
Yeah,
There's a power line there.
yeah. You can see the poles right there.
Yeah, I
Well, the
see.
power line's through the other part, but
But I
not,
think that's just the angle.
Yeah, it is in that
Yeah.
middle part. It's because of the angle of the shot.
And if you zoom out just a little bit, keep going. And
Because it looks
bring
like
it
the
down,
power
go
line
up to
goes through the
70,
cleared
70,
area.
77, like you had it before.
Say that again?
Zoom out again.
That look like some access.
All right. My point is still, it seems like whatever this access thing that's not available, right? Utility, seems to me that it was at some time because that person bought 3 lots and put a house on it. And the next one beside it has one too. So it's just up to that. That's what it looks like to me. They're just lots that you can probably build on it, but just.
It looks like the road the area looks like what's behind it, behind the other lots where they access it. And it may not be much of a road, but
It's.
they get into those houses.
Yep.
It is,
If you
the
build
road
a house
never
there,
got
they
put
do.
in,
Yep. All right.
fully put in.
Yep.
But somebody has to own that property.
It's not owned. It's a utility easement.
It's all a utility, not a roadway easement or anything else.
There's no ownership information for that property.
Kind of like the road that goes up and turns
Yeah,
left up there.
It's like the
There's
road's
nothing.
the same way out there.
Yeah, I'm good, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, have we got everybody? So we've got
Yeah,
Mr.
I'm good.
Ashcraft, Mr. Smith, Mr.
I'm
Beecham.
fine.
I'm
Okay.
good.
But who owns 95, 295? I know the,
Uh, 095, or 295 is owned by Investors Title Insurance Company.
that's interesting. Okay. Okay. That's all I need to know. So I mean,
Yeah.
truly landlocked, I would assume.
They own 95 and 97.
Investors does.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Wiggins.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Crouch, any additional comments on this one? All righty, Madam Clerk.
Hearing number 11 is going to be for property key number 07084274. The taxpayer is Liquid Management LLC, and Mr. Crouch is here representing.
That's the other lot.
Yep.
We have
So
to
we're
talk
in the
about it.
same area, this is the parcel next to it.
Okay. I assume it's the exact carbon copy of the prior one?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
No questions.
No
No
questions.
questions.
Good there.
Thanks, sir.
No questions?
County, any,
Same stuff?
Yes, the same stuff, we did, give it
talked-
25% for access.
same amount, same sales?
Yes, which brought it down to the 39,400.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, questions for
No
the county?
questions. No
Okay,
questions.
Good, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Ms. Wiggins. Okay. I'll just put same as 10. Okay,
Hearing number 12 is for property key number 07024041C, Liquid Management LLC, and Mr. Crouch.
So, this is Unionville Indian Trail and Sardis. And this is Secret Shortcut Road, and this is the bypass here. So it sits near the bypass and Unionville Indian Trail Road.
okay.
Are we okay?
I think so, Ms. Wiggins. Everybody good?
Good, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, Mr. Crouch?
Thank you. This one, very similar to the last one we just saw, completely landlocked. We don't own any parcels around it. We've reached out to the property owners beside us to try to get a shared access easement, because you can see their driveway right here. They have an access easement. They were not willing to work with us either. We tried to buy it, could not get that, so we really have no way to even access this land legally right now. nor could we sell it, because we don't even have an access easement anywhere.
So not owned by any other LLCs that Moser has any interest in or anything like that? It's completely unrelated ownership?
Yeah, we have interest in everything around it, we just can't, we just don't
bet
get
you
it.
do.
We just don't get it.
I agree.
Okay. Questions, Mr. Smith?
I think you answered, you said that none of those adjacent parcels y'all have any interest in, and they will not give you access.
Correct, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Benson?
Just make a note that the property is close to the Monroe Expressway. No, I think I'm good, Mr. Chairman. I know exactly where that property is.
Ashcraft?
So how'd y'all acquire the property? Why would an LLC go out there and buy one lot that you knew you couldn't access unless you're trying to buy up the rest of them? Now, you explain it to me, how y'all came up with this one lot.
Unfortunately, was not there when they bought it. I can only speculate, and I assume that this was probably done in some sort of, someone got this piece cut off from another piece, and it got to us in a trade of some sort, or something like that. I have no idea how we acquired it, though.
Okay. I don't have any questions.
Okay. No deeded right-of-way to it of any kind?
Not that we're aware of. We've searched, but can't find anything.
Okay. All right. We'll hear from the county. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kraut.
Okay. This property already has 25% access on it. So we did the sales analysis, and the median range for the 1.89 acres was 52,400. This property comes in at 39,300. So we felt like we were equitable with the surrounding properties, and the county is staying at the 74,200, which is includes the 25% access reduction.
Okay.
So that's all we have for that.
Questions for the county? Mr. Smith?
Do that math again on what you did on what the average per acre was.
Well, the sales analysis that we put
page
together was
23.
on page 23. The median for those sales was 52,400. That was from acreage, the 1.5 to 2.3 for acreage. And we only have 39,000. It's actually 39,259, so we just rounded up to the 39,300.
And this is how many acres?
The subject is 1.89.
And then you took 25% off.
It already had the 25% off.
It already, that number came with 25% off. The 74 comes with 20.
Yes.
So the total number was higher.
Yes, it would have been like 98,000, but with the deduction, it's 53.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Benson?
That was my question, same as Mr. Smith about, so before they bought the property, or before they petitioned about the property, there was already a reduction on there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Mr. Ashcraft?
No, sir?
I don't know, maybe to save us a little time, maybe during this time, if the county could be looking at when that property was acquired, and if there are any revenue stamps on it, or, I mean, we don't need to know now. I'd like to keep going, but maybe so we can have that during deliberations. And maybe who owns 39A and 39. But I don't have any further questions. Thank you, Ms. Wiggins. And,
You want to know who owns 39A and what else?
yeah,
That's it?
Well, I was gonna have, and then have the county maybe look to see what the revenue stamps were on the deed, maybe when it was bought. Because it sounds like Mr. Crouch might not have been here or been with Moser during that time. Kind of with Mr. Ashcraft, I'm just curious how that
Okay.
came together right there. Thank you. Mr. Crouch, any final comments on this one?
Our only comment is we feel like it should be a higher discount rate than 25%, because I think all of you standing here, none of you would pay me $75,000 for this piece of property, and
Yeah.
that's why we feel like the discount rate should be higher.
Yeah, I think I'm just kind of with Mr. Ashcraft trying to figure out how it got acquired and why, and, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you very, I understand. Thank you. Madam Clerk?
Hearing number 13 is for property key number 06024036. The taxpayer is Downtown Wesley Chapel LLC.
That's in the book, right?
Yeah, we're moving, Hubble.
Good morning, everybody. We're about to
That's
hit
going to be
the fun
notebook
part.
2. Notebook 2, tab 13. I'm sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
This is number 13?
Yep, number
The other
13.
book.
And
Yes.
it's Joe Hunter?
That's right.
Notebook
Joe
2.
Hunter's doing it?
I'm sorry?
Joe Hunter?
Yes, Mr. Hunter.
All right.
All right, this property is near the intersection of Potter Road and Weddington Road. Everybody know where that is?
Yep.
This one, sorry, I was making sure we have two of these, I believe, on this corner here. This one, we feel like should be reduced just because the sewer, there's no sewer to this lot yet. It's actually across the street and there's no capacity, as well as we've done several soil tests on there's 6 parcels out there. None of them perk very well, so you can't ever build a bigger house than is there. The house that is currently there, we had to go through an eviction about 2 years ago with our tenant, about 2.5 years ago with our tenant. And when you evict someone, you guys probably are aware, they don't leave it in the best shape. So it's in pretty bad disrepair, and we've ended up having to discount the rent pretty substantially to get someone back in there, just because there's not much we can do with the house. So for those reasons, we feel like it should be discounted.
Okay, and you understand, looks like it's been reduced a little already from 233.9 to 215.4.
I did not know that, but
I think that's right, yep.
the one I had is said 233.9, so.
Yeah. Looks like it's been, we'll have the county kind of explain the
Okay.
discount there, okay? Let's see if members of the board have any questions. Mr. Ashcraft?
But you're basing it on cutting back on the rent, got eviction going on, that it's 175,000?
Yes, sir. We had an eviction that happened about 2 years ago. It's done now, though.
Oh, it's already done?
Yes, sir. They just left the house in disrepair.
Got it. All right, and I don't have any questions.
Okay, Mr. Benson?
That's Wesley Chapel Elementary, right?
Yes, sir.
And the land right across the street from there doesn't have sewer?
The sewer manhole is actually right here. If I don't know if you see my mouse, it's actually right here. And there's no way for us to currently get it across because there's no capacity, so they won't let us extend it if we wanted to. And there's no sewer anywhere else around here, but there's a manhole and just across the street. But we don't have access to it.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, Mr. Smith?
I was trying to go through here to try to find out how much land this was. Hadn't found that yet.
So they can, 1.47 acres.
Okay, 1.5 acres roughly.
Yes, sir.
Curious, I mean, do any of the Moser LLCs or individuals own 30 or 31 or 32?
These 3 right here?
Yeah,
Yes, sir. We own all 3 of those.
okay. Does sewer go up the other direction?
Not that we're aware of. We've reached out to the county multiple times. There is no manholes anywhere over here. I believe there's new development going in down here that may bring sewer closer down,
Right.
but nothing currently that we can access.
Then what about right behind it, 11 and 11A?
These right here?
Yes.
Yes, sir. We own those as well.
Yeah, so you own everything pretty much around it and up the other side?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yep.
Okay.
I just do have one question.
Okay.
You say current sewer. I know they're doing expansion. Do you have any idea if the expansion's gonna allow more sewer
Not,
for you?
the current expansion plan, the CIP project doing now will not give these parcels more capacity.
To your knowledge?
To my knowledge, yes, sir. I know there are the
It's a pretty big expansion.
expansion, when they increase the size, right now, the project I'm aware of is the increase in the size of the pipes going down 74. Those are not going to affect this, but I know that if they do all of their additions to the plant, it would have given this, but they're not funded right now, so they won't help us, unfortunately.
Thank you.
Did I get you, Mr. Ashcraft?
I'm gonna ask another
Okay.
question.
All right.
So I'm not too surprised here. So LLC owns all the property around it, correct? You know, like where
couple
the lake
LLCs, yes,
is
sir.
or the pond? Do y'all own that?
No, sir, we do not.
Okay, so just kind of give me a.
So it's a couple different LLCs.
All
It's basically these four here, and
Okay.
then this is owned by the gas company right here,
Uh-huh.
but these five, not this one down at the bottom, but these five.
Okay. And when was it acquired?
2012, I believe, somewhere in that range, 2013.
Plans for the future. All right, I don't have any questions.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Crouch.
Yes, sir.
And county?
This entire, most of these that Moser owns, at one time, I believe, and the appellant could speak to that, but I believe it was a proposed mixed-use community that I think that got turned down by Wesley Chapel.
Yep.
So this is zoned office institutional, so it's commercial property. It does have a house on it. It's a rental house. It's 1,917 square feet with a garage. We've discounted it 90% to $28,100 because it doesn't have as much contributory value to a commercial piece. That's our standard that we do. It is 1.47 acres, and the sewer is across the road, so we're sympathetic to not having sewer. So what we did was went out and tried to find some sales of properties that that had the same problem. They either had a loss of sewer, didn't have sewer, or maybe even didn't have water. So what we were looking for was some type of limitation that would keep it from being developed to its fullest. So if you turn to page 26, we have two things that we looked at. We looked at sales comparables and we looked at equity comparables, what we had the properties appraised at around it. And on the following page is a map. It's a little hard to read because you have to expand out so far to find sales. But we found on the following pages, sale one is at Rough Edge at that intersection at the roundabout. And on page 28, that's a picture of where it is, and then page 29 shows where it's just water that's running down through there just like the subject. So that sale went for $169,492 an acre. We're appraised for the land $127,415. So we're below what that sale was. We also found other sales at same type of scenario, just had water, did not have sewer. All of those, they went from $169,000 to upwards of even $313,000 an acre. And so we felt like, we did have one at $91,000, but it was a lot larger. It was 16 acres and we're only 1.47, so economies of scale. We feel like we're in real good shape on $127,415 an acre and 90% reduction on the house. Didn't feel like the appellant had met the burden of proof. No sales provided. We feel like we've demonstrated that we're fair about how we've got it appraised. So we just didn't have anything else to add to that. Any questions?
Yeah, and you may have just said it, the reason for the reduction from 233.9 to 215.4, that the taxpayer Mr. Crouch wasn't aware of.
We were looking at the sales. We were trying to.
So it came
Yeah,
from- it
we
came-
looked at,
it came
yeah, we
from
looked at that and gave a little bit more. It does have, it does have a septic tank on the property. We don't have sewer.
Right,
But we
okay.
do, so it is functional as a rental house, and that's about the extent of it. But contributorily, we only got it 28,000, because it would be better served to be some type of other commercial use.
Okay. Questions for the county, Mr. Benson?
I think I'm good, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, Mr. Smith?
I'm good.
Okay, Mr. Ashcraft?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Hutter. Mr. Crouch, any final rebuttal comments on that one? Okay.
All right, hearing number 14 is for 06024030, and the owner is Downtown Wesley Chapel LLC.
This property is adjacent to, this is the one that we just looked at, and this one is right on the corner. This is actual corner of Potter and 84.
Is, Mr. Crouch, before we get started, I mean, were you aware of the reduction in value on this one already?
No, sir.
Yeah, because it's been reduced from 360,200 to 252, which is very close to your opinion of value of 225.
I'm good on
Are
that.
you good with that?
I'm good to move forward.
So we'll let the record show any,
He agrees.
yeah, that he agrees with the current value of 252.
Who plants all those sunflowers on that thing?
Our maintenance team.
Do they?
Yes, sir.
Everybody
does?
likes them.
Yes, sir.
Is it under farm deferment?
No, sir.
Okay.
We just do it because it's
That's really nice.
a full,
I love
fun
it.
thing for the community.
Tell them to keep doing it.
Yeah, we plan to. My
Really
wife
is
and I
fun.
have taken our kids over there
Yeah.
each year to do our Christmas card.
Oh,
so-
yeah.
Super.
Okay, so Madam Clerk?
Hearing number 15, property key number 06141045A. This is for Wash One LLC.
All right, this is in Waxhaw. It's at the corner of Waxhaw Parkway and Highway 16 here. Everybody know where that is?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Crouch?
Thank you. This one is an older wash that we have. It's one of our Wash One brands. Our main concern with this one is it's a pretty old wash, so the income there is pretty limited. What you're seeing now is the Sam's wash, and that type of tunnel wash is what most folks would like. Unfortunately, our wash is not big enough to convert it to a tunnel, so we are not able to get the same customer base that those Sam's car washes are, and a new Sam's car wash opened just up the road at that new area. I don't know how far up, but yeah, I'm sure y'all have seen it, that new giant Sam's car wash. So for that reason, it's a lot less traffic, and the wash is at an age now where probably needs to be repaired soon anyways. It's got a lot of issues going on.
Okay. Questions for Mr. Crouch, Mr. Benson?
None, no, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Mr.
So
Smith?
your point is basically this is an obsolete model of car wash.
Say again, sir?
It's an obsolete model of car wash. This is your do-it-yourself, where you spray it down and do all that. It doesn't have the machines, and physically you can't convert it to anything else. So if you do something else, you gotta tear this down and start over with something else.
Yes, sir, and we've looked at that option. For whatever reason, when this one was built, the right-of-way was not as big and the setbacks not as big. So if we were to tear it down and rebuild, we would basically lose some of our buildable area, according to
You
Waxhaw.
actually lose area.
Just because everything's gotten bigger and it is what it is. So we have the option to tear it down and have less to build on. So we still couldn't do a wash, or leave the wash as it currently is.
Yeah. Well, you could convert it to something else besides a wash.
Correct.
That's a good location on the corner, so it may be more valuable as something else other than a car wash.
Yes, sir.
That'd be my recommendation. Thank you.
Mr. Ashcraft?
So y'all don't know any of the property around it? The LLC? You know, like 47 or 50?
Let me check, actually, can I switch to the other one here? That'll tell me. This one is owned in a different LLC, but it is one of ours behind it.
It is,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
is that,
I can go back, this sheet.
That's right. Okay.
This one right here, yes, sir. This is the one we were looking at.
did y'all acquire that property, just that two pieces of property? Or did you develop any of that? You know what I mean? How'd y'all come up with these 2 lots?
This wash was purchased many, many years ago.
Yeah.
Plus, like 20-plus years ago. And then I believe this lot was purchased probably 5 years after that was originally purchased. But we did not develop any of this. This was just
Okay.
originally bought as a car wash.
You were going for a corner. What's that above it? Is that
This,
a house?
this is a bank, I believe.
Oh,
Is this a bank or is this the town hall?
See,
I don't know.
It's the town hall. The town hall now, but I think they're moving. The temporary town hall, yeah. It was a bank for a little bit.
Okay. Okay. I don't have any more.
Okay. And, did I get you, Mr. Benson?
You did.
Okay. You come up with the value of 350. Is it just judgment, or was there financial information to base the
That was,
decision on, or?
that was what we were basically just discounting the entire wash off of it for the reasons and just looking at the raw land there
Right.
and having to redevelop it.
Okay. I'm good there. Any additional questions from the board?
No, sir.
So we'll hear from the county on this one, Mr. Crouch,
Thank
okay?
you, sir.
All right, it does contain a car wash built in 1996, 2,196 square feet. The left-hand portion of it is an automatic car wash. And the right-hand portion here, that's a self-service where you just have the wands that come down, you spray your car. But that is, it's a smaller, but it's a one-car automatic side to it. We've got on it the cost approach. So we got the building on at $123,000. The effective age of it is 1996, like it's never been touched. So we feel like we've depreciated the building down. It's about $56 a square foot. The land is where your value is. The land we have at $325,700, which is 552,000 acre, and reasonably priced for this area. Overall, it's $211 a square foot. What we did was since we didn't have any income information, we pulled some sales beginning on, let's see, 20, get my fingers to work here. 25, page 25 is a map. We just had to go regionally and find car wash comps, and there's been a number of them. Like I said, the analytics on page 26 indicated on these car washes that are very similar to ours that $215 a square foot was average, and we're at $211.97. Average sale price was $721,000, and we're at $465,000. I think there was actually, even the appellant had bought a couple of car washes. I think they purchased several, I think from Suds. There was one over on page 30. There was one Morgan Mill sold for $300,000. That was a Suds car wash, and that one's at the corner of Sutherland and Morgan Mill. So in 21, they paid $300,000 for that one. And go back to the prior page on sale number 10,
What page?
29.
Okay.
They paid $355,000 out in Wingate for a similar car wash, a little larger. But it's, of course, Wingate is, land-wise, the value in Wingate is nowhere near what it is in Waxhaw. Tracing the sale back, since we're interested in the history of it, in 2003, it looks like it was purchased from Trio Enterprises they originally owned it, they paid $600,000, and I don't, as far as I can tell, that was just the, but that seems like a lot for 2003. It may have included the lot beside it. I'm just not 100% sure, but Moser's owned this a long time, so there's really there's no way to have a benchmark for what we have. We just didn't have anything. There was no income given. There's no sales given. We found our own sales. We've got land sales in the area that say that our land value is probably maybe even low. So we just didn't feel like we had anywhere to go on this one.
Okay, questions, Mr. Ashcraft?
Joe, the lot beside it, is that 45D?
That's correct.
What's the land value on that? Even though it's not a corner lot.
Could y'all pull that up for me?
I mean, you know, it looks about the same size, probably smaller.
It's not going to, it will not, definitely not be the same because it doesn't front on Highway 16 and it's
I
not on a
agree.
corner.
But for the land value.
Yes.
On this property, the car wash thing, you said was what, 305.22? What was-
325,700
Is what the,
is what our
Land.
subject, yeah.
okay.
I think Michael's pulling up the,
Mr. Benson? Oh, you don't?
Yeah, I mean, it's just pretty much equity throughout that little area on land value, right? Based on, you know, being on the corner in 16, but I'm good.
That one's owned by Moser Hall LLC, and it's
Yeah.
currently valued at 135.
135,
Yeah.
because it's not on 16.
because it's not on 16.
Okay. I noticed they didn't appeal it, so.
No, no.
I wasn't questioning that, I just wanted to know.
Okay,
I'm good, Mr.
all
Chairman.
right. Mr. Benson?
I think I'm good.
Mr. Smith?
I'm good.
Yeah, I think I still get back, Mr. Hunter, just like in some prior meetings, it's income producing property, and the preference of the county would be to get
Yeah,
financial
to have some
information
type of income to
to
look at.
really put the,
Yeah.
that would be the preference.
It
in
would
the first
establish
look.
some
Okay.
type of benchmark that we
Right.
could work from,
Okay.
other than the cost, and we feel like on the cost, we're solid.
Right, okay. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman.
Hold on just a minute.
Before Mr. Hunter steps away, was that something you inquired of the petitioner?
No, well, you know, we've done a lot of appeals with this firm, and they know what to present. We don't follow up with any questions. They have what they want to present, and we don't ask for any more. That's what they want to give. We do that on the initial. We tell them why. You know, when we send them a denial, we tell them why, and then they have an opportunity to send back any other additional information that they want to for BER, and we just have never received anything.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Hunter. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Mr. Crouch, any final comments on this one?
Yes, sir. I think he made a great point. The other washes that we purchased, all of those are self-serve. I wasn't sure if the other washes that you had were also self-serve, but this is one of 11 self-serve car washes that we own. So we're pretty familiar with that market, and the sales comps are drastically different from self-serve to tunnel washes, and we're pretty familiar with the mechanics of those. And you can see we paid all around that 350 mark, which is kind of how we got to this number as well for these type of self-serve washes. And as far as providing sales numbers, it's just tough for us because you can't easily get quantifiable expenses for stuff like this because we own so many. So we buy everything in bulk, we buy everything direct, and then we have a team of 3 people that service these 11 at any given time. And so they might spend 3 days fixing stuff on here and then 2 days on one of the other ones. So it's really hard to quantify exactly what this wash cost us to run as well as what it made us, which is part of the reason why we couldn't share those. But I think the comps of us buying those other 2 washes at 350 is pretty indicative of what we feel the value is and what the market feels like the value is as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Madam Clerk?
Hearing number 16, property key numbers 07084328. The taxpayer is Liquid Management LLC.
All right, this property is right off Highway 74, about 75 feet. It's on the north side, northwestern side of Plyler Road. And we have the Walmart is right up here in Indian Trail, the Lidl. Does everybody know where that is?
Yep.
That's right behind the, not the Aldi's, but its cousin or brother store?
Yeah, Lidl.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Hunter.
I'll do it on the other map.
Okay.
It's a little easier to see. Thank you. I'm gonna switch maps for you. I'm a little more familiar with this other one. Zero 708 4328. Just go to it while I'm waiting. It's okay, I can get to it right here. I should be okay. Just gonna hide this right now. Oh, wow, I clicked on it. This is showing it. So here's the property we're just looking at. This blue area is the flood area, and then this is the stream that runs along it. As you can see, it's basically a little island that you can develop on, which is this small area back here. You wouldn't be able to develop right here because in the right-of-way too close to the road with the setbacks for Indian Trail, as well as a stream that runs along the backside of you. And then all along the frontage of where you would have your visibility, ideally from 74 Plyler, you don't have because of the floodplain. And I don't know what's happening. And we do not own this property along 74 right here, so we don't have any visibility from Independence. So it truly is just off Plyler. And then that coupled with the small buildable area, I'm not doing that, just doing it on its own, is why we feel like it should be reduced pretty drastically. And why our number is so far away from the counties is those two factors.
Okay. Questions from Mr. Crouch? Mr. Ashcraft?
No, sir.
Mr. Benson?
So none of that property, none of it, has direct access to Independence?
Correct.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Smith?
On the Plyler Road side, you show the creek and say you can't develop on that side of it, but it appears there's probably sufficient land to develop on that side of it. I know there's setbacks and all, but there should be, at least on the wider portion of it, a decent amount that could be developed.
It'd be more of a cost and just feasibility standpoint because you would have to stop, you wouldn't be able to build over that creek, a stream right there. So you'd have to somehow build a very narrow something and then something in the back. So it just doesn't feasibly make sense from a cost standpoint to have, a small, a narrow, thin building right in the front.
And how much of this property you think is in floodplain? Do you have a number
I think I
out
can
of the
do this.
5.6 acres?
I can try to, this is the new GIS, I'm not as familiar with it, but I can try to measure this area.
Maybe the county can figure it for us.
Oh.
Probably
yeah,
pull
the
it
ca-
up when they come, county.
1.21 he is saying here.
1.21 flood. Thank you, that's all I have.
Got everybody there? All right, Mr. Crouch, the value y'all have, or your opinion of value is the 350, and I reckon I'm just struggling with how you get to that number because we don't have any sales data to support the 350s, kind of. That would be my only question and concern, on it is, you got your opinion of value, but how you get there, Okay.
It's more of just, it's such a unique piece with being proximity 74, but not having any direct access as far as visually. and not much available on Plyler Road there. It's more of just an opinion of, honestly, Mr. Moses' appraisal background.
Right. And I would think with his appraisal background, he would know to pull that sales data and supply that information here so we could get to that number, but understood. Let us hear from the county.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, it's a total of 5.6 acres, and 1.21 acres of it is in the flood zone, and we've given a reduction, the typical 45% off that we give for all flood zone properties. As of 1/1/25, it had a single-family dwelling on it, 1978 brick, with a garage that we have 90% off, had on it $11,000 as part of our value. We tried to find some sales. On page 25, we have a listing of the subject of what we have it on at $153,839 an acre. And the comps are not fantastic, because, you know, this is it's not a super heavily traveled road. Plyler Road on this end is not. So we tried to find things that were as similar as we could to it. The best sale that we had was the one that was, and I'm sorry they're not numbered. It's the one next from the bottom up, the second one. I'll show you that one.
Joe, are you on page 25?
Yes, I'm on page 25. This one is on Helmsville Road. We had several properties sold together. They come to a point right at the corner. They don't really have frontage exactly on 74, but there were four pieces that sold. They were 15 acres and sold for $134,000, went for $2,030,000. So that's about the best comp that we have. That's going to be something similar to that, not very heavily traveled road, still commercial. We also went to the appellant's website, and this property is listed for $1,680,000. And on page 31 it says it's a level site, so it sounds like it's a level lot. Would be prime location for retail use. Features all utilities on site. Property is a prime location, has visibility from Highway 74. So based on the sales that we have, based on that listing, and based on lack of information that we've provided to the contrary, we feel like we're in good shape on this property.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Hunter. Mr. Benson? Mr. Smith?
Nope.
Mr. Ashcraft?
No, sir.
Okay. Any final comments on this one, Mr. Crouch?
Did you say that you had 130 an acre? Was that what the comp you had there?
Yes.
Okay. I think mention one thing. They had a single-family resident on that house. The single-family residence that's on the Plyler Road site, we donated to the police station, and they use it now for training. So they've blown the doors off of it. They've blown the windows off of it. They've used search dogs in there. It's a shell that we're trying to get burned down by the fire department. So to say it's a single-family resident is a stretch. Even 90% probably is too high for what the value actually is for it.
So it's been, for all practical purposes, demolished?
Yes,
Okay.
the brick's still there, but they've blown some holes in it and stuff. So.
Right.
Pretty neat.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. All right. Madam Clerk?
Hearing number 17 is property key number 07084323, and the taxpayer is Indian Trail RV Boat Storage, LLC.
All right, this is on the south side of Unionville Indian Trail. This is Highway 74, Unionville Indian Trail. This is Yance Road here. and the Walmart is right up above us.
To the right, those are the mini storages, aren't they?
That's correct.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know where we are. Everybody good?
Yep.
Okay. All right, Mr. Crouch?
Yes, sir. So this is an RV and boat storage. It's all gravel lots. They're about 34 feet long is the average. Some a little bit bigger, some a little bit smaller. There's some bigger ones in the back. But roughly 34 feet, no covered area. So this is, in our opinion, really a Class C storage area. And a Class C storage area right now for RV and boats are usually around a 12 to 14% cap from what we've seen. And so at that cap rate, at the county's valuation, we would have to be making over $120,000 a year on storage here. And you can go online and see our rates. We're not making that nearly that much. And so we just felt like that was based really, the valuation is based on maybe a Class B or Class A storage unit. Across the street is probably a better example. You can see they have outdoor storage as well, but the public storage down the road has covered storage. Where's the public storage? Maybe it's the other way. Do you know where that public storage is? Next to the, is that next to the QT? It's, a little bit farther down.
Yeah, that would be down at Sardis, I think.
Yeah, that'd be downstairs, correct. So
Yeah.
that one has covered storage in the back for the RVs, and that's kind of where you're seeing that 8% cap rate, which is probably a little more in line with how they got their valuation. But for a Class C, you're anywhere around that 12 to 14 from what we've seen. Thank you.
All right, questions? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Benchin?
That's where people park their RVs instead of their homes and use this.
Yes, sir.
And,
Make sure your mic's not on, I don't think.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, that sounded a little.
I'm sorry. What's the average rate for that service?
I'll have to double check, but the 34 feet long ones are around $115 a month, something like that.
Okay. All right. Not that I have an RV at this time, but
You can store boats there too. Some people store cars.
Yeah.
thank you for thinking I had a boat.
Yeah. And Mr. Smith?
Did y'all provide the financial information to the county on this property?
We did not.
Thank you.
Kind of gets back to my question too. Mr. Ashcraft?
Mr. Chairman, I don't have a question for hearing number 17. I want to go back to hearing 16. I know this has nothing to do with it,
Right.
but how'd y'all come up with Liquid Management LLC?
That's a
I
great
mean, those
question.
are, you got great names here. I didn't know it. Somebody came up with it.
That's a great question. I'm not
You
actually
weren't
sure.
there?
I was not there. That's
Name-
that's one of Mr. Moses' oldest LLCs he has,
bet you.
and so I'm not sure.
All right, no, sir, I'm good.
So we're back on, you good on 17?
I'm good on 17 now.
I guess you good on 16 too?
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mr. Crash. We'll hear from the county.
Thank you.
Fluid.
Okay, if you want a better look at what the property looks like, it's on page 12.
12.
It's a front shot. It's got a fence in the front, it's gated, and and on page 13, there are a couple of areas, there are some areas that are paved on it. We've accounted for that and the fence. We run this on the cost approach because we don't have any income, of course. Based on our cost approach, we look at the land and the cost to construct elements that's on the property, the improvements minus depreciation. So the land is 2.314 acres. It's an unusual kind of shape in the back. There's like a retention pond. And for this area here, we've given 50% off of the area for this portion. The rest we've run at the typical rate.
Okay.
Page 27 has some sales that we have. We're at $382,368 an acre. And if you look right here, right where my pointer is here, 084,316, that's sold for $715,000 an acre. $715,901. It's on page 27, it's your third comp. 07084-316, corner of Yance and Unionville Indian Trail. Sold in 2022 for $1.9 million. Had an old house on that too, very little value contributory on that. That was 2.654 acres, we're 2.3. That sold for $715, we're at $382. We got other sales I could point out if need be, but we felt like that alone was, we're very fair about what type of value that we have on it. We're running on cost and not income. We don't have income information.
Right.
And so we're running on what we have.
Okay, questions, Mr. Ashcraft?
No, sir.
Mr.
Good
Benson?
information.
Nah, he
Mr.
ran it
Smith?
down like a freight
And
train.
the 382, 368 per acre was with the discount applied for the pond area.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Hunter. Any final comments on this one, Mr. Crouch? Okay. Madam Clerk?
Hearing number 18 is for property key number 091550001B. This is for UC QOZB 2 LLC.
All right, this is part of Camp Sutton. All right, here's Hilltop right here, and we're coming down 74 past Metro Medical, down at the bottom's a creek. You got driving range, so we're right across the road from that. Everybody know where that is?
This would be where the nursery is, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm good. Everybody good?
Yeah,
All right, Mr. Crouch?
I'm gonna switch over here.
And just before we get started, you see, it looks like the county has reduced it from the original number.
I have right now 176, is that?
Yeah, I've got 1327900.
Okay.
Okay,
Almost 25%.
yeah.
You did a good work and didn't even stand up there.
And when you're ready,
Let me get this to load.
this is the one that has the nursery on it in the buildings, the
Yes, sir.
storage buildings, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
If I can turn these layers off to load a little bit easier. Oh, thank you. Ah, there we go. Turn those layers back on. Sorry about that. Took a little time to get there. Our main concern with this one is just the floodplain and the topo. I think you all have, if you've been out there, you've seen the nursery here and the buildings. As you can see, we developed on top of the hill here. I'll switch back over to the map. This whole left side is all floodplain, and the sides of this drop off very drastically, as you can see here. So all this is floodplain that comes up behind it. And it's just not really usable. And we felt like that deserved some consideration for the value.
Okay. Questions for Mr. Crouch, Mr. Benson?
no
I-
questions.
I can come back to you if you need to.
Thank you.
Mr. Smith?
I'll wait for the county to answer what
Mr.
they did on the
Ashcraft?
flood.
Just curious again, what the owner's name is UC, do you know anything about that one?
Yes, sir.
You, oh,
I do know that one.
That's a
all
fairly
right,
new
can you
one.
tell me what it,
It stands for Union County Qualified Opportunity Zone Business District.
perfect.
And so this is, this is very brief history, but these are opportunity zones, this whole area here, which the federal government put into place to incentivize development in less desirable areas. So we were incentivized via some tax credits to develop in this area, which is already the nursery, the gas station, RV, all the stuff you see along 74 there.
That's good stuff. So this floodplain, and I understand that part, can you bring in dirt to, cure that, floodplain, or you just can't build on it at all?
So we've not done that in a long time, but you can bring in dirt into a floodplain. You have to then pay, though, a pretty significant fee to do that, and then
Okay.
go through several 18-ish to 24-month steps to try and make that happen. So it's really not financially feasible to do
There
it
you
many
go.
times.
That's what I figured.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Just dealing with the wetlands and
Yes,
all
sir.
that stuff?
Yep,
Okay.
you have species, endangered species to worry about.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have all the
Right. Okay.
plethora of issues that come up with that. So
Yeah.
not many people can make it work.
Yeah, got you on that. Okay, everybody good?
Yep.
Yes,
All right,
Mr.
we're here from the county now. Thank you, Mr. Crouch.
Okay, we're at 26.141 acres. It's got kind of what we call a roadside market. It's a metal building, 1,200 square feet, built in '23. We have $95,000 value on that. Of the 26.141 acres, 18.141 is given a 75% reduction. That's 45% for flood and 30 for topo. So that
There you go.
gives us about 8 acres left over usable.
What was that total reduction?
75%.
75?
75% on 18.141 acres that's shown there in the flood zone. And we've given even more for topo. What we looked at was, okay, just basically this area that's developed here. If you look at this, kind of if you drew a little circle right around here and out to here, that's about 8 acres, basically, of the whole tract. Back up just a little bit. All right, so overall, we're like 47,163 an acre. That's with the discounts. If you look at it from a usable standpoint, we're about 165,000 an acre. We did find some sales on page 22. We're looking at equity. We did 2 studies here, equity with what we got the other properties that they own around it, what they've got them appraised for, what we've got appraised for. We have some sales that are somewhat similar or pretty similar to us. And we also looked at, and maybe the appellant can speak to it, but we have a purchase price of this property, $624.21 for $1.2 million. And that was before any kind of improvements were put on it or graded or anything of that nature. So we didn't feel like there was any reason to lower it more than we did. We gave a little more. Originally, we just had it in flood, but we put the topo on there too and got about almost a 25% reduction from where it should have been at $1,767,300. We dropped it to $1,327,900 because we were trying to work with them and give them a benefit of the doubt on it, but we just don't have anywhere else to go on this one.
That was kind of my question, what got it from the $1,700,000 to the $1,300,000? So it was the
Yeah,
topo
we
adjustment
put some
laid on top
topo
of the
on there
flood.
too. We felt like, because it wasn't just the flood zone area, there was some topo and even, I guess you could even say shape as well. But some of this back here, we gave them another 30% off on that. So
Okay.
that would, so it would, we try to be fair about it. And, we looked at all different angles of how we could to look at it, and we feel like we're at a comfortable number.
Okay. questions, Mr. Smith?
No, he answered my questions.
Okay, Mr. Benson?
You rolled pretty good. Just want, so there was a 75% reduction for floodplain, right?
Flood and topo.
Flood and
combined.
topo,
Yeah.
and that was on the 18.14 acres.
And as Mr. Smith brought out so quickly with that great mind of his, 25% reduction that you did from the 17 to the 13.
Yes.
Yep.
Overall, that's
Overall.
overall. That wouldn't, because we didn't reduce any of the areas that were developable or that they're using right now. We didn't reduce any of those, but
You just
but
gave
if you,
more
if
reduction
you take it
off
off
the-
of those areas and then you apply it to everything, overall, it'll drop at 25%.
Yep.
All right, seems like the county is trying to help out somewhat.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Ashcraft?
I think they definitely helped out somebody, so
Right.
they did that extra 25. Do you know who owns the parcel beside it, 002?
I believe the appellant does.
Yeah. I think they own,
That's
they
all
own
part
all the
of-
way.
that's
they
all
own
the
way up
campsite-
to the
All the way up to the
intersection.
chickens.
Yeah.
Okay, so, okay. I just had to make sure, because, you said, shape and all that, and if they own the continuous property, it can be, anyway, go ahead. I'm good now. Thank you,
See where
sir.
we, see where you're going. Yep.
Yep,
Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna want to take a break in a minute.
We'll do it here right now, I think. So, thank you, Mr. Hunter. And any final comments on this one, Mr. Crouch?
Just say one thing, the shape is a good point. We represent the other parcels beside it, but they're different LLCs, slightly different ownership. And the 1.2 he mentioned, we purchased it for, believe that include the 80-plus acres behind it as well. And then it was replatted
Okay.
into two parcels. So the 1.2 was for additional 80 acres behind it.
Got you.
Makes sense.
Go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Crouch.
Thank you.
We'll take maybe a 5-minute recess for a break,
Got it.
okay?
Mike is
We're on.
on.
Everybody on? Okay, we'll
Yep.
call the meeting back to order.
All right, we are now at hearing number 19. This is for property key number 07090006Q. The taxpayer is Sun Valley Commons Lot 4 LLC.
Sun Valley Commons.
All right, this property is on Wesley Chapel Stouts Road, is at the entrance that you turn into Sun Valley Commons to go to the movie theater. Everybody know where that is?
Yep.
Yeah,
What is that?
It's a urgent care and a dental office retail building.
Good deal.
Thank you. This one's a
Okay.
little different than the other ones. We don't actually own this building. We're just representing them. We manage the complex for them. Both these tenants are non-regional tenants. There's mom and pop stores, both of them are. One side's the dentist's office, one side's the medical office. And with the pricing of CAM and everything going up, they just asked us to come see if we could get an appeal to help them out because it's tough for them to make those payments because they pay the taxes on this building. And they have long-term leases. They've been in for several years and several more to go. And CAM's about $850 right now for them. And so this increase would just increase that CAM every little bit. And so they have requested that we come make this appeal.
So who owns it?
This is a group of investors. I don't know who all owns that, is in that group of investors.
So they own it, and then they have it leased to the urgent care and the dental.
Yes, sir. And then the Moser Group manages the
Okay,
leasing
gotcha.
for them.
I got a question.
Okay, you go, I'll start with you, go ahead.
Can I be the first?
You can be first.
When you said that you're worried about the tenant and paying the extra cost, that's kind of how you have it right now?
Yes, sir.
That's why you're wanting to lower it from 1.964 million to 1.7, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
before we move on this, we need to confirm that you actually, do you have a POA for this property to represent the owner?
POA,
Power of attorney?
I think so, because we represent the entire complex.
Okay, we just need to confirm. When you
Okay.
said you weren't- y'all weren't the owners, that just made me pause.
It's about 15 investors in that building, I believe, 13 investors. And the owner of the Moser Group is one of the owners, one of the investors in there. It's just small ownership, so I know that works.
Maybe you should do it. Okay,
So
we can,
Mr. Moser himself has a fractional ownership share in, okay,
Yes, sir.
so we're good?
okay,
Yep, okay,
The tax bill is being mailed to Mr. Moser.
okay.
okay,
oh, well, they get the tax bill.
okay. All righty, so I was starting with you, okay,
yeah.
yeah.
And on this, that 1.7, I know you came up with it because y'all are in the business, but what was the value on it last year?
For
You know,
$1,659,600.
What was it, 1
Okay.
million what?
$659,600.
so with the county, what did y'all do?
That was the 2021 value.
I do know that. That's why I'm bringing it up. So in actuality, what I'm saying is, the tax rate didn't go up. If it's at 60%, what was it? What was the value of land, the county tax rate? They would be paying
Tax rate,
less.
you talking tax rate or value?
I know the value's gone up, but based on the percent of increase.
We
For
have
the-
to look that up.
All right, I'll wait till another time.
Okay, Mr. Benson?
I heard, did I hear mom and pop, use that phrase, mom and pop?
Yes, sir. They're not
Okay,
regional.
Can you share, just reiterate how that came in?
The main, I believe it's orthodontist, the main orthodontist, he owns the business, and it's just him working there, and then the urgent care folks, it's just them, they own it. It's
Oh,
not
so you
like,
just use the phraseology, like these are mom and pop businesses?
It's not a
Yes.
large.
It's not a
corporate.
large corporation?
yes, sir, that's
Okay,
correct.
all right, I just wanted to understand the verbiage of mom and
Not a
pop.
credit tenant.
Yes, sir,
Right.
that's correct.
I got you. Thank you for that. clarity. I'm good, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Smith?
Now, I think you said you're basically appealing, so you didn't get an increase in the actual tax to the property because, was it a triple net type thing where they pay it?
Yes, sir.
And what you're asking for basically is your opinion of value is just above what it was valued at the last revaluation, and the tax rate went down substantially to adjust for the increase. So that if you kept it at 1.7, the taxes paid would actually go down. Because there was a substantial decrease in the tax rate to offset the increase in values across the county.
I did not realize that.
Yep.
And the amount that it is about $1,300, I think. Is that correct?
The tax bill for this property is $1,300 lower this year than it was last year.
Yeah.
So in other words,
It went down on you.
gone down.
That's county. He's also in trails.
Yeah, we don't talk about the other entities, but for the county, which is the biggest part of it, it went down, so. Anyway, I have no questions.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Crouch.
Thank you.
And we'll hear from the county.
All right, this is a very good quality retail building that houses the urgent care and a dental office. It was built in 2017, and overall with the land and the building, we're at $289 a square foot. So what we did was, and if you want to see a photo of the property, it's on page 10.
Yep.
And so what we did was said, okay, let's take a fair glance at this to see if we're above market or if we're at market or even below. So if you turn to page 54, we have the analytics of the sales that we found that are showing that the average is $295 a square foot. $2 million is a typical sale. And we're at $289.25, so we're pretty close, we're below. And $1,964,300 total is below the $2 million mark. If you look at page 57, have a sale of a retail building right across the street. $335 a square foot. That's East Coast Wings.
There go food again.
Okay.
Okay, and then if you look on page 58, number 8, sale number 8, here's another one right across the street. That building sold for $330. That's another one for $335 a square foot. So we feel like we're in the range. We didn't have, and based on that and all the other sales, we found quite a few sales. This is, one of the hottest and highest priced areas in the whole county. We really did not have any reason to lower our values. We feel like that the cost approach is at or below what the actual market would be, because we don't have income on this property either. So we feel like that we are at least worth what we have on or more.
Okay. Questions for the county, Mr. Benchin?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Ashcraft?
So what's the square footage rate you have on this, the subject? When you said the other one sold for $335?
$289.25.
Okay, and the properties that you talked about?
Right across the road.
Yeah, right across the street, what is their reevaluation?
What they're valued at, I don't have that in front of me.
Well, when we go to talk about it,
Okay.
we'll pick that up for them.
And Mr. Smith?
Not really a question, just a comment that this is probably one of the few I've seen that they probably went low on.
Yeah.
So
Well-
I'll just leave it at that.
The, on page 60, that income approach, was that just,
That was one Donnie ran up for me. It was just a pro forma, just to see if we had anywhere else we could go with it.
Yeah.
Right.
And You know, that was, and that's speculation. I mean, that's not based on real numbers, that's based on kind of what we saw as far as rents that we could find.
Right, you had to pull that
You know,
rent number from
We gave
somewhere.
it the effort, even
Yeah.
though we didn't have any information. We tried to look at all angles,
Yeah.
tried to be fair. We just didn't have anything we could do with it. And that's very conservative. That's-
Kind of gets back to what I was saying before. I mean, the first preference for the appraiser would be to have the financials.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that would be your first look. Okay.
Since it is commercial property.
Well, yeah, income producing property, that's right. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mr. Hunter. Okay. Any final comments on this one, Mr. Crouch? Okay. Okay.
All right, hearing number 20, property key number 07105004. The taxpayer is Liquid Management LLC.
There go your liquid again.
There's your liquid management there, Mr. Rancho.
All right, this is, was originally, this little area here was originally deemed as the hub. It's in Indian Trail. This is what's called Elwood Apartments now. We got the Taco Bell right here. This is a property that was appealed, I think, last year, that was supposed to be a motel site. So this was going to be the, a second extension of these apartments, but we'll let the appellant speak to that. But it does not have, as best we can tell, it does not have any access to 74. The access that you would have would be on this back road here where the soccer field and the events that they have for Indian Trail.
Okay, on that location, the property beside it, are they under, does an LLC own that?
I believe so. I'll
Then
let
that
the
Taco
appellant.
Bell, I know this is off the, out of the subject here. Is that the Taco Bell where somebody got shot? Yes.
Yeah.
But, did y'all read that?
Oh, yeah, saw that on the news last night, yeah.
Just current events.
Yeah.
We be educated here.
Yeah, this is right at the main intersection of Indian Trail on Independence. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So this was going to be eventually phase 2 of this. It was started out as Elon Apartments at Indian Trail. It was then sold, and now it's Elmwood or Elm something at Indian Trail. This second parcel was not zoned for apartments when we originally went through and zoned it originally. And then Indian Trail came through and changed the zoning on it. And they changed it to the downtown district overlay. And the downtown district overlay requires you to have commercial on the bottom floor and then residential on the top floor if you do a mixed use option. And unfortunately, right now with construction prices, that podium design for a multifamily just isn't feasible for anyone to build. At this current location, you see that a lot in like infill sites, Charlotte, they can make it work. Here just does not really work with that current zoning. And like you said, we don't have access to 74. We have access off of Chestnut there. And so we just don't really have a feasible project right now or product with the current zoning in place with that requirement.
Okay, I get part of that. Mr. Smith,
Now, y'all own 4A next to it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So y'all would probably develop it as an entirety if y'all did develop.
Unfortunately, we probably wouldn't. So this is zoned for a hotel site. It's a 100-room hotel site, and there's a
Okay.
stream, a pretty big stream, or creek actually that
Yeah.
runs right here. And this is actually a culvert, I think it's a 96 or 120-inch culvert right here.
Right.
So there's not really any way to cross over
Okay.
to develop at the same time. You really have to develop them separately. And actually, as a matter of fact, the county actually just put that CIP project I mentioned earlier actually comes through right here. And so it's a new sewer line that they're, increasing. Not on our property, unfortunately, so we don't have that on our property, but it's on this property. And so to make this property work, you would have to build about a 12-foot retaining wall along the entire backside. Because of the depth of that sewer, it then forces you to build a retaining wall. So you can't develop them together, unfortunately.
so the
Okay,
way
thank you.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm done.
Yeah. See, when you're speaking of the hotel, it was zoned for a hotel site. Was that the whole piece, 4 and 4A?
No, sir, just 4A.
Where would the hotel go?
It would go basically right here.
So that's big enough, okay.
It's just big enough. This pond is roughly in the same spot it would stay when you build it. And then this whole backside, if you turn topo on, the topo is pretty awful here, but this whole backside would be about 12 foot, about 320 foot long wall, 12 foot high.
We
Gotcha.
did this last year, didn't we?
Yes, sir. I was here for that one.
Okay.
You got the O18K?
No, sir. That's actually for sale right now, but that's entirely floodplain. But I believe Indian Trail is buying that right now. So Indian Trail's new park system is here, and they own these pieces as well for their park system.
Okay, Mr. Benson?
My question, I wrote it down, why doesn't it work for business residential?
Business. So to build business residential, the codes require you to have a 14-foot high bottom floor, and then you have to build that out of concrete so that you can set all the weight for the residential on top. And the cost of that does not match or justify the area. Like, the demand's not here to have that, to drive that cost. You need to be in a more densely populated, like Charlotte, to make it work.
Okay, so basically you don't think you will have enough customers for that?
Correct. We probably have enough customers if we could build it. The problem is the price that we'd have to charge after building it would price too many people out, and that would reduce the customer base.
The Indian Trail went aggressive with it.
Just cost prohibitive, yeah.
No, Indian Trail is growing too. Okay.
The day will come.
Yeah.
We hope so. Yes, sir.
I wouldn't see why it wouldn't work.
Any additional questions from the board? Mr. Crouch? Thank you, Mr. Crouch. We'll
Thank
hear
you.
from the county.
All right. Was unaware of any type of zoning restriction of that nature, not familiar with it. They would know more about it than I would. We don't get into the weeds with specific heights and things. We know what it's zoned and what the uses can be. So we had no way to quantify that, or like I say, this is all new information, but what we did find was tried to find the best sales that we could. The access is not on 74. The best sale that we had for proximity was the property right beside it, where Elwood Apartments is now. Back in 2020, that was 12 acres that sold for $526,000 an acre. Okay? We are 8.66 acres, and we're at $232,702 an acre. So when you take away the access to 74, that cuts it down dramatically. And so we feel like we are at that point, because now you're facing this area here, and they have a lot of events. There's a lot of interest in this area. As they built townhomes all here facing the fields, and we just feel like there's a lot of upside potential for this property. Limited to, and they did have a plan, and like I say, they veered from it because of it didn't fit their criteria numbers for profit, I suppose. That's on page 24. You can see where it was laid out. It's kind of difficult to see exactly, but because there's a lot of where the creek is, there's a lot of lines along in there, but it pretty much shows that it was, it was engineered. Eagle Engineering did it. It could be used. It could be, depend on, it could be used for apartments. The cost involved, like I said, we had no way to quantify any difference other than what we have now. So we felt like with the sales that we had, we've got other sales that are right in that range, or more if they're got better exposure or visibility. We just didn't see there was a particular reason to change this one, because one, we didn't have any information like that, and two, we can't quantify no way to quantify how much a reduction that would be. And we certainly didn't think it would be down to 875,000 was what they were asking.
Okay. Questions for the county, Mr. Smith?
Question, right where the little finger points and around there, there's some real dark areas. Is there a stream there? You see or that just the way the trees grew
I
and,
don't think so.
I just have no, I see the stream to the right where the flood is. I just have no idea if that's just dark trees
Is
because
this the area
Might be
you're talking
shade.
about?
the shading, yeah.
Yeah.
I just have no idea, just wanted to ask the question because it sticks out some.
I think Mr. Crouch was saying, and you can see it, you can see power lines running.
The power
there,
lines
yeah.
there.
You're talking about below it,
Well, power lines and what's below it, so
Yeah.
I didn't see the power lines before.
yeah.
I think it's just shade, Mr. Chairman.
I just saw it.
I think it's just shade too.
Yeah.
But I guess then with
That's
the
what it
power
looks like.
lines, is there any consideration for that?
No, I don't remember seeing a high tension. I don't think this is what we would typically give off because, you know, you can
That's-
put parking under it.
It's pretty.
They put their
decent-
plan under it, so that's, if you look on that page, they've got apartments going in that area.
That's 4 lines, it looks like.
Could probably be relocated, I would think. This isn't high tension, but I don't know. The appellant
That
can
looks
speak to
like high
that.
tension, that's the reason I asked.
Yeah. No, we did not give anything for that, because like I said, we looked at the developable area that they had proposed, and there was nothing there that would indicate, I'm looking at it now, as to where that's located. And that does not look like that hinders any of that development on that site of how that was drawn out. And there's no reason something else couldn't be drawn out to accommodate that.
Zoom in a little bit, I want to see where those power lines go to, or how they navigate around here. Where do they go to the other direction?
To the apartments, I bet.
They turn the angle there, okay.
Angles off.
Yeah. I'd say that is probably a reasonably sizable power line.
Mr. Ashcraft? Yep.
Joe, when you talk about the apartments beside it, you said it's sold for what? Was it in 20?
In 2020, before, that would be before we had the increases that we had, so that was back then.
But it's sold, was it the apartments themselves? Or
No, it was the land.
Just-
It was the
okay,
land,
now
so
I'm on the
that's,
right page.
we were looking for land, comparable sales of land.
That's what I thought it was too. So the
Right.
land sold, and we're gonna say for $525,000 an acre in 2020, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And you got a value in 25, 283,000?
232,000,
What is
700.
that drop, isn't it?
That's a half.
702.
Is that not a drop from
Yeah.
20? I mean, I think that's a huge drop. And how, what do you have the land value for those apartments?
I don't have that information. We can get it. I think it would be, I
Did
think
that-
it's,
But it's developed now, so.
Yeah.
How does that happen if that's one of your comps? If it
How-
was bought, sold in 2020?
That's-
right. Well, that
Technically, too
property has frontage on Highway 74. We do not.
Okay.
So,
Can you,
sure.
zoom it out? Yeah, I just want to hear this.
Yep. There's
Okay.
there's your access to 74. This comes out, I don't think there's any kind of dedicated easement to, I mean, it looks like since they were planning to, but I think they sold it to the group that has it now, or they sold it off at some point. There were plans that this road would come right here, and it would indeed
access.
have access to 74, but we don't. So that's why we would be a lot lower, dollar per acre.
Well, and their access is coming through a parking lot. I mean,
Their
they-
access comes through this
parking.
road here. This is an actual road
Which is
that
a
runs
back
down through here.
access for those
Mm-hmm.
apartments over there.
Oh, so that's a road. And when I
Yes,
saw
it's-
that a minute ago, I said, "Geez, look."
Yeah, it's an actual, you drive down through here, and there's
Okay.
actually another little road that comes, I don't know if it's public or private, but there's another access that'll bring you right out here.
Okay.
Okay, my last question.
You all right?
I
Ask all you
apologize.
want.
So in that surrounding area is why I'm saying, make it out further, is what I'm saying to you is what, if that's a land sale for that area and it's right next door and 5 years later, you drop the price almost 50%?
Yeah, because
I
of,
mean, are there sales that are like
We-
lost value?
it didn't lose value. This has probably gone up from the last, I can look and see what we had on.
I'm assuming that too.
Yeah, I just think that, they paid a premium for that property to begin with in 2020. I mean, this property actually, with the apartments on it, sold for 101 million.
Now, that's
So-
just interesting too, isn't it? I'm sorry, I just think that's really interesting. You're gonna sell it for 100 million with apartments and all that, but I'm waiting to hear what the land value is for those apartments, just land only. That's all.
Get them to pull it up for me.
He did pull it? Is he's looking at it?
Mr. Thompson, you,
They're doing some
Yeah.
deciphering, they're using their.
Yeah.
calculator.
Mr. Ashcraft, I think, was looking for the land value
For adjoining property.
For the
where
for
the
apartments?
apartments sit.
It was done by income, so there's no land value. The total value is 84.6 million, but since it was done, since the apartment complex, we used income to value it.
Okay.
Well, to your other part of your question. The original value in 2021 on this property was 2.8 million. They appealed, it was adjusted down to 1.9.
Well, now this is the property that we're dealing with?
Yes.
Okay.
And now it's 2,015,000.
Okay, did you hear what it said?
So it stayed about the same. After the appeal, it stayed about the same.
So in the last 4 years,
Yeah.
5 years, it hasn't gone up in value?
Right. Okay.
I'm good.
I mean, we're at 2,015,000.
Yeah. To your point. Okay. And so I started with you. I think, did I get you, Mr. Benson?
No, but I was intrigued by the road he was going down, but no, you said that in the back of the apartments adjacent to the field, you said that's the road because it looked like parking spaces.
He said it's a road. Yeah, 'cause I thought it was-
Anyone can drive up and down that road.
Oh, so anyone can-
Everybody, when people come to events and come to these fields and come to the restrooms and the park and everything, you know, this is a typical, anyone can access this.
Right.
Okay.
It's not private.
Okay, even though it's got the parking spots, anyone
Yeah,
can
this is,
drive.
well, here's also, we'll have some parking on,
Now, the positioning of this awesome-looking recreational field area was that built,
Recent.
thank you for that, but where I was going was, the development of the properties adjacent to it, was there consideration given to build something to complement that? Like, for example, those apartments, is this an open field from the city? Like, all you gotta do is be a resident of Indian Trail to use it?
I don't think you even have to be a resident. I mean, I've been there for events and things myself, and I live in South Carolina, so, I mean, they didn't,
I don't blame you.
there's nobody even, so I think it's just open to the general public,
probably-
is my
Yeah,
understanding.
rec league type
Right, because I could
Yeah.
see where,
I would think.
They have, yeah, I think they do have rec leagues. I think, you know, like I say, they
Well, it
have a,
certainly makes the surrounding land, more appealing.
there you go,
I mean,
exactly.
The land around it is appealing to.
It's gonna be appealing to be close to something like that.
absolutely,
Yeah.
sure.
Right. And with that land being adjacent to it, I'm sure somebody would want to develop it the way it was complementary to that area. Even though where the proposed hotel is, it's kind of buffered between that, but still not so far away. And by the time they chopped here, I'm sure there'd be a road somewhere along there. All right. That was it.
Okay, Mr. Smith?
I have no questions.
Okay. I think we're good. Thank you, Mr. Hunter. Any final comments on this one, Mr. Crouch?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify a few things. So I think you made a great point that that's exceptionally different price between these two. I did want to point out these are two totally different zonings. They're not even close zoning. So this sale was actually an internal sale that we did with our partner on the deal. So we rezoned it and then sold it. This property that we're talking about now is not zoned the same, does not have the same setback requirement, doesn't have the same density, does not have the same parking requirements. So there's really no similarities other than the fact that you could do higher density there. But other than that, no similarities in zoning. That's partly why that price was so much higher, as well as that property, when we sold it, we were selling it to ourselves as an owner, just a different LLC. So it was an internal sale, and we were attributing the land value as our equity in there. So it was a little bit inflated because we were doing the deal with ourselves. That's partly the reason, but the zoning is the biggest reason there's a difference there. So just want to make sure that was very clear that these are not zoned the same.
The apartments land is zoned differently than this land that you're actually building,
Yes, sir. So the apartment zoning there is actually a conditional district.
okay? And that would make it 50% cheaper,
Yes, sir, absolutely.
and that the price of land right there hasn't gone up in the last 5 years.
We've,
It's gone back down.
well, the zoning actually changed on it, so it actually hurt us. Yes, sir.
Okay. I heard him.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. Kraut.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hearing number 21, property key number 07129343. The taxpayer is Stallings Point LLC.
All right, this property is on the eastern side of Monroe Road. This is Catawba Circle that runs right beside it, and you have the Rock Store is right over here. Does everybody know where this
Oh,
is?
yeah, yeah.
Zoom in just a little. Okay.
Mr. Crouch, I'll mention, since it doesn't seem like you were familiar with some of these adjustments in value, but I think it's still a ways away from your opinion of value. Do you see the current value and where it's been reduced?
I have 2.367.
Yeah, and it's, what I'm showing, current value is $1,555,800.
Well, that's a great reduction.
Yeah,
I'll clarify why we're still a little bit lower than that,
right.
if you don't mind. So
Okay.
DOT came through that they're taking, this is going to be one of their super streets. So this is actually one of those little turn bulbs that they put in for the U-turn. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it here, but when they came in, there were power lines here that you can see those right there. Those have all been since moved. And so those power lines and the power lines, specifically easements, are now substantially further onto our lot. So it reduces the width of that lot substantially. So while this would have been a great, maybe higher density area, the width that you get to, especially around this traffic bulb, makes it almost impossible to have a road with units on both sides. You'd have to do a single loaded road, and you run into issues with parking because of these power lines and where they got moved to. So that's really the biggest limiting factor for us as far as developing it, as well as I think, do you know what the zoning is right now on it? I think it's zoned, I think it was neighborhood commercial or something like, or regional commercial, one of those. The zoning is not, MU2. So, I believe that's mixed use. Mixed use, so, the mixed use does lend itself to having higher density, but the way the site lays out, you really can't do a high density here because there's not enough room width-wise, as well as the limited access. So these traffic bulbs are restricted, so you obviously can't turn off of them. They won't give us a driveway, and they would not give us a driveway in between this this road right here and the turn bulb. So we're really limited on our access points. And the final issue that's kind of weird is this road is actually an Indian Trail road, and this road is actually Stallings. So we would have to go to Indian Trail and ask for access to this road, even though our zoning is Stallings, our development and everything would be in Stallings. So it provides a little bit of a development issue as well of what Indian Trail would allow. So we're actually having to go through 2 zoning jurisdictions to get everyone to allow us to have access. And for those reasons, we feel like it should be reduced, those restrictions and constraints.
Okay. interesting property. Questions, Mr. Benson?
What's the cross street there?
This right here is the Rock Store Barbecue,
Okay.
or, excuse me, sorry, this is the Rock Store Barbecue right here, this
The
little
old
one.
original
Yep.
rock store?
Old Rock House.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got like 5 tables in there. Great barbecue though.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Okay, okay. For a split second, I got you. Because when you turn off there, okay, I see it now. Yeah. Gotcha. Gotcha. I'm good, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Smith?
And I guess, again, your point is because of the right-of-way being taken and the power line easement, your ability to basically, as you say, double load with a access, you're basically cut in half
Yes, sir.
for what you could build on this. Okay. Thank you. I'll wait for the county.
Okay. Mr. Ashcraft?
Yeah, can you zoom that out, please?
Yes, sir.
Now, this parcel, this, who's doing that to the road?
The DOT is making a
DOT,
super street
that's
right
on
there.
Charlotte Highway, Holman
The
Road.
expansion.
Whatever.
Pulling in Charlotte Highway.
Okay. Well, did they pay y'all money to take your land?
They gave us a small amount and we're in litigation with them now.
Not legal. Okay, and where's that gonna, it stops right there, doesn't it? So it's gonna be 4 lanes or what? I'm trying to
Well, it
figure out.
keeps going a long way.
It goes all the way down, but as far as this little area they took out, from my understanding, it's gonna be one of those turnaround areas you see on 74 now.
I've heard about those, but it's gonna stop right there, right? It's not going straight ahead, is it? Or
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding.
which, on this map, it seems like it ends right at the corner there,
Over here?
top. Keep going up right here to your little, yeah, right there.
The taking shifted across.
They're taking.
So the road's gonna shift from here to over here. It's not just.
Okay.
It's going all the way to 485.
That's what I'm trying to figure out how, and they're gonna do a little turn thing right there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. One of those U-turn bulbs because you won't be able to go straight across kind of similar to 74
Okay.
from what they've told us.
So you didn't feel like they paid y'all enough for that?
No, sir. Because and I mean, in our opinion, what we're pleading here is they've essentially destroyed the property developmentally wise for us by making it so narrow, the easements now, and so.
It's only worth 750
Yes, sir.
if it's worth that.
Yes, sir.
I wonder what the value of it was before the road was put in.
Pretty substantial, and part of our heartburn on this whole thing is it was much wider, and so we were going to do a high-density multifamily product there.
Right.
And we had submitted that to Stallings. Stallings had reviewed our plans, and this was several years back, and then we stopped everything when DOT came through. But they did not pay for that. They basically said, no, it's a single-family house right now, so we're paying for a single-family house.
All right.
Okay.
I can understand litigation right now because y'all lost a lot because you say you were planning on putting apartments and it's worth millions of dollars and stuff. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Benson?
you finished? So what are y'all looking to do with the property now?
We don't know. We're looking with our engineer what we can do. Just trying to figure out, the biggest thing is access, is we're gonna have 2 different access points, and they'll be able to share one drive maybe. We really don't know. They just got those power lines actually installed about 2 months ago, back up to where we could see where they are. And I've met Duke Power out there 3 or 4 times now just to see what we can do. Can we park on them? Can we work around them? And they're pretty limiting what they allow you to do underneath there.
Okay.
So, I mean, with it being zone mixed use, I mean, you could do like 1-story retail, commercial, but you gotta have the residential component with it too, correct? For mixed
I
use?
don't know exactly what Stallings zoning is,
Yeah.
but with stuff like this, in the mixed-use district, it's kind of an odd outlier. They require any kind of residential to to come to council anyways, even though it's a
Right.
by right use. So whatever we would do, we have to go to council and get approval. And it would have to be some mix, like you said, yes,
Okay.
sir.
So, and I reckon just for clarification, you could do mixed use and not have any residential in it, Possibly.
I'm not sure.
Right,
But,
okay.
but possibly, yeah.
potentially.
Yes, sir.
One more question.
Okay, Mr. Smith.
How much farther to the south is the next bulb down? Do you know?
I don't know. I know they did one in our right.
Or where's the next place you could get turned around to get back? Because if you're coming from the north,
I don't know.
They
I think
aren't
it's
gonna
pretty
let
far
you-
down though.
they aren't
I
gonna
don't
let you
think they got-
access the bulb.
I think it's right. It's gonna be right here at the Stallings Point, I believe, which is gonna be.
So if you're coming from the north, you'd have to drive way down there to turn around to go back to get to your property?
Yes, sir. Actually, no.
So
Sorry.
that's up to the,
There's one right. There will be one right around here somewhere. Right here is the other one.
Will be there, okay.
Yes, sir.
I think
And they
kinda
want, and
do
they
it at
don't allow you
17,
to
don't they?
access
Yeah,
off
we
the
don't know
bulb,
yet.
if I remember correctly.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kraut.
Thank you.
Okay. Everybody good?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman.
I was reading and not keeping up. There we go. All right, we got 9.51 acres. And minus that little super street area turnabout thing, you got 1,300 feet of frontage on Old Charlotte. We have given this property a 30% reduction for the problems that it has. We did find, there was one sale. There we go. This property right here is where you used to be able to buy sausage. I think it's called Squires. That's right up the road from us. That's on page 46.
46.
That was the second sale. Back in, and now, since the DOT has taken some of that, that's why it's all carved up the way it is. But at the time, that property had 2.354 acres, and it went for $367,460 an acre. That was 5 years ago. We're at $163,596 an acre currently with our reduction. We have other sales that we can draw upon, but without having something of some altered site plan or information, I really don't have any way to quantify any more reduction than what we've given. We did have this property in 21 at 998,500. And so now we're at 1,555,800. They did appeal it in 24 and we dropped it to almost 700,000. But that was for 21 values, which we know is nowhere near what they are now. So we felt like we've already addressed the issue here, and so we didn't, for that kind of value, you know, it is zoned MU2, that's the highest potential for commercial Stallings has. MU2 has the widest range of uses that you can use. So we felt like with the amount of frontage, they should be able to find a place inside and out of it. Somewhere along the line there and you know, as far as the depth goes, it's no, you know, I can't really speak to the exact setbacks, but it's, from what we've seen other developments and other things developed in that area, see no reason why you couldn't put some buildings on there and have the parking area where that turnabout is and have some parking in that spot or have a road. So I just don't have anything, you know, you can talk about how it can't do this or that, but I have to have something concrete for me to change it. I have to have something that says, okay, this is the plan that we have, and this is all that we can get on it. If I have something like that, I have to be able to justify reductions. So the most reduction I can give on this is what we have given, and that's as far as I can go with it. So any questions?
Mr. Ashcraft's good, Mr. Benson,
Come back to me, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Smith.
You gave a 30-odd% reduction, I believe that was the number. Now, that was after the acreage was taken away or before the acreage?
That's after.
That's after the
That's
acreage
after.
was taken away. And the bulb causes me a lot of problem because of how that is so limiting, that area right there. And this is, let's say, a very long rectangle. So I'm looking at shape, which affects the depth and the ability to fully develop that many acres. That's my question is really on shape.
Well, you're also looking at additional frontage, so we don't plus them for having additional frontage. So we don't, from a shape standpoint, it's 303 feet. Right here is 303 feet, okay? And then when you come back down to this, this is about 218, and we got like a very poor site rating on that, figure that might be where
But
you
if you
put.
go back to the bulb, from the bulb.
The bulb itself,
From the
yes.
bulb up, the frontage there, you can't get any access on the highway.
Okay,
There's no access to the highway from the bulb north.
and we're
You have to get-
unsure whether.
You have to get access
right.
there to come, to use,
If,
basically make that
yeah,
functional.
if you have a development, you don't have to access here. You can access here and come back
I
to
understand.
that area.
But
Yes,
the access is gonna be limited basically easily one way coming from the south to the north because you can't turn. You know, there's no turns on the road when it's finished, whenever it's
Right.
finished, whenever it's
Right.
finished.
and so that's, you know,
So
we have a,
access has to go down from the north, has to go
Right,
down and
right.
loop back up to get in it.
right. And so that's why, you know, we got, was it
I
34?
didn't know if y'all gave any access.
Well, you know, we're looking at,
Consideration in the
yeah,
number.
no access. It's because we just felt like that there's plenty of other places that could be accessed. So that's not really, because if you typically look at any type of property, they're not going to have that much frontage to access from, and you can still get to it, and they're unsure as to whether they can get this. We don't know for 100%. That's a no on that.
And you don't know
either.
if that intersection's gonna allow a left turn either, do you?
I have no idea at this point.
Because this project's been delayed a couple years to boot. It's a mess out there, but it's,
Yeah,
don't know how it's been. Okay, thank you, sir.
thank you.
I just want to make sure I'm following it right. So we took, the board reduced it to 700 in
Last year.
last year. So we're taking the property from 700 to 1,555,000.
That's right, because that was that value was based on 21
Right, I got
number,
that.
which
yeah.
be, yeah, so that would be your increase from 700 to 1.5.
And last year, when we reduced it, was all this in play with the,
I'm just not
the
sure.
narrowing
I
of
don't
the
recall.
property?
It's a lot of water under the bridge since then, and
Yeah.
I just can't remember that detail.
yeah, and the bulb, and well, it was all that there when we dealt with it? I would think it.
I think it was,
Last
but
year or
I'm just,
a few
Yeah.
years ago.
Last
because I don't think we would have given a reduction if it didn't have something like that in play to begin with. I don't think I would have reduced it because of, you know, the potential where you could even subdivide the property. you
I just
know, so
kind of
we-
wanted to clarify, I know we're
Yeah,
talking
I-
1/1/21 is
Yeah.
what we were having to deal with last year.
Yeah, I just.
But it was
I
reduced last
honestly,
year.
I wish I could tell you, but I just don't remember.
Yeah, okay. Understood, I got you, this is, yeah, all right. Everybody good?
Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Hunter. Mr. Crouch, any?
The one comment I would make is I was just doing an aerial measuring. It's about 173 feet from the edge of my bulb to the back property line there. So when you take out setbacks, take out the power line easements, you're getting down to a real narrow point. That's one concern. And then he spoke on, we have a lot of road frontage here. I think that we could all agree that a good portion of this needs to be taken out of our road frontage because it's not usable road frontage. We can't access it, we can't do anything with it. DOT restricts that turning bulb. So I don't think that should be counted as, as a benefit to us when we can't do anything with it. It actually hinders us as far as how we can access it. Those
Yeah,
are
I
just my-
agree that the bulb is a hindrance.
Those
Well,
are
you
my,
can't access
Yeah.
it, that's fine.
Yeah, I
But he
got
has more problem,
Yeah,
top and bottom.
okay. Any, okay.
Speak to that?
Yes,
Yeah, the frontage, the value that, the amount that I gave you was minus the bulb.
okay.
So that was, so when I spoke, I said basically roughly 1,300 feet of frontage. And if you want to remove that, we can remove that portion, but, just say 1,000. So you got, let's say 1,000 feet of frontage left
Okay.
over, so.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hunter. Okay, everybody good? Good. Madam Clerk?
All right, hearing number 22 is for property key number 07090006B. The taxpayer is Sun Valley Commons LLC.
All right, last one.
Oh, back to the Sun Valley Commons.
Back to Sun Valley. Okay. As far as I know, this is not a named street. They have a street address that references out here on Old Charlotte, but we all know where the movie theater is, and this is the road that comes around. This is McDonald's, and this is the funeral home and the office that are right directly behind it. And there, like I say, there's your access points to Sun Valley Commons. Does everybody know where that is?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. So this one, our concern on this is just the age of these buildings and the timing when they were built and how they are playing to the total center now. These were some of the first buildings built out there. I think they were built right after the theater, somewhere right around that time. As you can see, they don't really fit with the entire center. The reason for that is because they were built so early. With this being a funeral home, long story short, this funeral home has had six or seven different owners, and the current owner has absorbed a lease that's no longer in place. The lease that he currently has is from rates from 2015, I believe, and so just a really reduced rental rate, just because it's such a specific use. It's not a lot of people you can go out there and sell a funeral home to unless they're looking for that. So it really limits the ability to release this space or change it. Similar to this building next to it, it's pretty old, and the space has been revamped probably 7 or 8 times in the last 8 years. So it's very chopped up, and just the rental rate is, I'm gonna say a good 20% lower than everything else in this park, because of the age of the buildings, the look of them, and the uses that they have inside of them.
Okay. Curious, what's the two is one a chapel and,
So this building is a funeral home. It actually has a room in there that acts as a chapel, and their other mortuary services in
right,
there.
yeah,
This-
embalming rooms and things like that?
Mhm. This building next to it is actually just office.
Okay, okay. Been by a ton of times, but I just couldn't remember what was in the other building. Mr. Benson?
You said that it's an office, is it an office for the funeral home or a separate office?
Separate office.
Separate office?
Yes, sir.
And your contention today on this particular property is that the property has aged,
Yes, sir.
and because of the age, your opinion of value is $2,600,000.
Yes, sir.
Okay, is the buildings no good? I mean, because I've been in that, unfortunately, I was in there for a service.
Wish you got out, Jimmy.
Thank you. Thank you. And, I guess I'm just trying to figure on the fact that you're centering this particular argument around the age of the building when It didn't appear, to me, only because I've been in the building, like our chairman said, that the building seemed quite functional and quite nice. What is going on? What is going on with the structure that that not only is it old, but you're deeming it less valuable?
So if you were walking to the front door and looked to your left-hand side, the entire left corner of the building has started to sink about 8 inches. This, I don't know if anyone remembers, but when this was developed, it was just a bunch of cow pastures and horse farms. This actually was developed on an area that was some pretty bad soils, and that's coming back to bite the building now for sure, as far as settling. So with the corner of the building settling that much, we've had a jacket up one time, but it's starting to settle again. And so that brings in a host of issues. You're having, bricks cracking, you're having mortar lines cracking, you're having all kind of stuff at the floor. The roof is starting to have some issues with how the trusses are getting bent. It's just really the wrong building for this type of complex. If you look around, all the other buildings are 1- and 2-story commercial style buildings. This was built basically based on the original funeral home perspective of what he wanted to look like. And so there's not really ever going to be a reuse for this other than tearing it down and redeveloping it.
Okay, so not only is your contention that is old, and I appreciate the feedback on the interior, what you believe is degrading of the building, but it's out of place with everything else around you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Smith?
I don't think you provided any financial information on the lease and how
No,
these
sir.
things run. That would have been very helpful in this case, because you're seeing it's impaired on the lease and everything else. So having that would have made this easier for us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am. I'm singing off the same page of music, but I mean, especially if they are taking below market rents, getting the financial information and running that approach. Still don't know where the number would come out, but would be helpful. I've got a question for the county, but Mr. Ashcraft, okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kraut. Mr. Hunter?
If you turn to page 27,
27.
you're going to see how I had to approach this, because you have two different uses on one parcel. You have an office and you have a funeral home. So the only thing I could do was kind of allocate it out and say, okay, let's take a look. This is from a sales standpoint. Now, the costs speak for themselves. We got the cost numbers are what they are. They are based on the age of the property, and it depreciates it. So this is a cost approach, because we don't have any income information, so it's a cost approach that we have a current value on, and we're attempting to back it up with a sales comparison. So in order to get that sales, I don't have anything that's sold that's going to have a office and a funeral home on it, but I have sales of offices and I have sales of funeral homes. So what I did was I kind of broke it up. So I said, okay, we got an office area, and that would most likely be somewhere around 0.66 acres. And the office itself is 6,256 square feet, built 2008. And we currently have that allocated amount would be $1,302,300, which is $208 a square foot on the office. Okay, then we drop down right beside it. Got a funeral home on the remaining 1.26 acres. And we have, that is a 7,977 square foot building, built 2008. Like I say, the effective age on it is no effective age, it's the same. We hadn't changed anything. This is just like if these things are valued right now, just as if they were built in 2008 and they're up to this age, and depreciation applies. So I said, okay, that portion of this property is worth $2,131,800. That's $267 a square foot. Now, if you go to, I believe it's the next page, 28. We did not have a lot of local sales that we could rely on for funeral homes, so we had to go across the region. And what we did find you can see some of the pictures of the following is what we did find. Let's see if I can get my fingers to work here. It's on page 33, off the sales that we did find. We found that the average sale price per square foot on funeral homes similar to this was $346 a square foot. I have an allocated $267 a square foot. The average sale price, $3.7 million. I'm at $2,131,800. So felt like it's pretty good with that. All right, and if we continue on the next few pages, we have said, okay, what would an office sell for? Using sales comparison approach on page 35, we got a map. And then on the following pages, we have local sales of offices that we found. And we found on page 40, the analytics show that $236 a square foot is average for similar comparable sales of offices. It's at 236, we're at 208. The average sale price, 1.3 million. Guess what? We're at 1,302,300. So we felt like that we had fair numbers because when you combine those two numbers together, you come up with where we are from a cost approach, and you can look at from sales comparison approach. So we got two methods that indicate that we have the current value is indeed correct with no income to pull on. So that's how I got where we're at. And so we did not recommend a change on this because we felt like we were aligned properly with what the market indicated and what the cost says.
Okay. Well done on the information there and presentation of it.
Thank you, sir.
And questions for Mr. Hunter? Mr. Benchin?
Like you say, Mr. Chairman, kind of unique situation with an office and a funeral home, and he seemed to have did due diligence in ascertaining it as the petitioner did in describing it. So we got a battle.
Mr. Smith?
Did you just look at what the basic land value was, then structure on top of it? Did you look
For
at
the
it
cost
that way?
approach, yes. Yes, we use sales in the area to derive what the value of the land would be, and then we add it in, and you add back in the cost to construct minus depreciation. So it's right on. where
Right
we're-
on. That was, I mean, you got, what's he got, 1.9 acres of land here, basically. Is that right?
Let's see.
I'm trying to receive these numbers. It's roughly 1.9 acres, which is a sizable parcel.
Yes, 1.92.
Yep. And what was that value by chance? Do you have
Of
it?
the land, 1,410,500.
1,000,004. So basically, the 14,000 square foot of building makes up the two buildings that depreciated would be that value.
That was the land,
I
value.
know, but I'm
Right.
saying then you'd
Yes,
add the two
yes,
buildings.
and then you could add and I can give you,
And you came up to basically the same number.
right.
And that's what that was my question. I didn't know we looked at it that way or just total sales, so
Mr. Ashcraft?
No, sir.
Okay. One question I've got, Mr. Crouch had mentioned about the foundation sinking.
Yeah,
So if,
unaware of that to this point.
yeah, my
No-
question would be, you got your number.
No
and if-
pictures of it, no documentation, no anything.
If they had presented,
Yeah.
you know, what it would take to cure it, would it be deducted off there? I mean, it might, too late now probably, but,
Yeah, we would certainly look at that if
Right,
if
or
it
a
had
cost to cure type
a cost
thing
to
if-
cure if it was, evident.
Right.
And active.
right, okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Thank you, Mr. Hunter.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman.
Hold on just a minute, Mr. Benchin.
Yeah, well, I was just going to ask Mr. Crouch, did you have any additional documentation that would counter that fact?
The building sinking?
No, did you have anything,
No, sir.
photos,
Oh,
pictures of it?
I think it's too late now, if I'm not mistaken, right, to share those?
Yeah, step forward if you would.
If he has something, Mr. Chairman, we could review it.
Yeah.
I don't have it with me, but I think it's too late to submit anything.
Well-
He hasn't presented much of anything all day, has he?
Yeah,
I mean, did he give us, comps or anything?
yeah. I was just
That might
curious
have been the
on,
one that he had.
Maybe he has.
It might have had it in his left pocket instead of his right.
Yeah.
you know.
I was just curious on that with the, when you mentioned about the foundation.
Yeah.
Because that's substantial
Yeah,
information.
yeah. So, any final comments on this one, Mr. Crouch?
No,
With
sir.
other comments? Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, so that'll take us to hearing number 23. That's going to be your addendum A, which is the staff recommendations that has been settled between the county and the taxpayer.
Right,
You
okay.
just couldn't review that during deliberations.
That sounds good to me.
All right, so then that'll take us back to the beginning, and that would be hearing number 1. This is going to be for Stonebridge Land Holdings LLC, and nobody is present for that one today.
No
Okay,
show.
hold on just a minute there, Mr. Ashcraft. I don't know if he, is he back there and take a break, or
Then you step in the other room.
we'll maybe just take a 5-minute break real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. 3 minutes, maybe.
Sounds good, Mr. Chairman.
Just trying to stand up. You can talk to Paula.
All right. We'll call the meeting back to order.
Sorry.
Oh, we're good.
All right,
If
hearing.
someone from the county, well, not necessarily on this one, but as we get into them, kind of put the properties back on the monitor.
Yes.
Yeah, so,
Hearing number 2 is for property key number 07126079. That was for the taxpayer Dawn Hamrick, and they are not present today.
okay. What's the pleasure of the board?
No, I think she.
I'm going to call them.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's all
Okay.
right. Hearing number 3 is for,
Let's go ahead and make this as part of the deliberations.
They're all no
Yeah, we
shows.
don't have to listen
Because
to
they're
it,
no
then come
shows.
back and do it. Let's just do it right now, for this one moment
Okay.
in our lives.
Let's just, okay, Madam Clerk, so we just maybe go into the deliberation phase of the hearing? And
Yes.
start with here, tab 1.
all right, let's go back to hearing number 1.
Right.
This is for property key number 09417001C. Taxpayer is Stonebridge Land Holdings LLC, and they are not present today.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we accept the current value of $167,100.
Second.
So I have a motion from Mr. Bench and second from Mr. Smith. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. So the motion is carried for the current value of $167,100 to remain on hearing 1.
Hearing number 2 is for property key number 07126079. The taxpayer is Dawn Hamrick and is not present today.
What's the pleasure of the board?
I make a motion, we accept the current value of $290,900.
Second.
Motion for Mr. Smith, second for Mr. Benchin. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. So the motion is carried for the current value of $290,900 to remain on hearing 2.
Hearing number 3 is for property key number 07099018. The taxpayer is WCNC 8 LLC. They are not present today.
It's the pleasure of the board.
Mr. Chairman, go ahead.
Go ahead, you got it.
Make a motion that we accept the county's current value of $938,000.
Okay, have a motion for Mr. Benchin, second for Mr. Ashcraft. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. So the motion is carried for the value of $938,000 to remain on hearing 3.
Hearing number 4 is for property key number 081440001B. This is for the taxpayer LJW Land LLC. They are not present today.
Okay.
Make a motion, we accept the county value of $176,600.
So I have a motion for Mr. Smith, second for Mr. Ashcraft. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. So the motion is carried for the current value of $176,600 to remain on hearing 4.
Hearing number 5 is for property key number 081140012. The taxpayer is LJW Land LLC. They are not present today.
Make a motion, we accept the county value of $182,900.
Second.
Motion for Mr. Smith, second for Mr. Benchin. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed,
Aye.
like sign. So the motion is carried for the $182,900 to remain on hearing 5.
Hearing number 6 is for property key number 081440001A. The taxpayer is LJW Land LLC. They are not present today.
Mr. Chairman, make a motion we accept the county's current value of $391,900.
Second.
Have a motion for Mr. Benchin, second for Mr. Smith. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. So the motion is carried for the current value to remain of $391,900 on hearing 6.
Hearing number 7 is for property key number 081440005. The taxpayer is LJW Land LLC. They are not present today.
Make a motion, we accept the current value of the county of $391,900.
Well,
No, it's
Nope, I'm on the
hearing
wrong
7.
one.
Next
Hearing-
one down.
Next one down,
Hearing
excuse
7.
me. Current value of $4,373,500. I'm sorry, I didn't check that one off.
okay. Have a motion for
Second.
Mr. Smith, second for Mr. Benchin. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. So the motion is carried for the current value to remain on hearing 7 of $4,373,500.
Hearing number 8 is for property key number 05063030A. The taxpayer was Waxaw Parkway Farm LLC, and Mr. Tom Crouch was here today to present.
Yeah. I think as we go through these,
And
maybe
we'll
just.
they
locate that
coming.
on the screen for
Yeah,
you.
just,
He's coming, Mr.
yeah.
Chairman.
I mean, I think his primary argument was kind of what we've heard on some others about the potential of the bypass parkway or whatever, and wasn't this the one?
Yeah, they own,
Could be.
Yeah,
they own the property kind of where the road comes up to where the road ends. So this thing goes through, it's right through their property, which is great.
yeah.
In the long scheme of things, the short scheme of things, while they're in limbo, they're in limbo.
Yeah,
Did he give us any sales or
No.
that's the problem.
anything at all that
That's-
deals with actual value of the land besides an opinion of roadway coming through or something? I'm
No.
asking.
Yeah,
I didn't
I-
get any.
I didn't see anything.
there's no sales data, and then on the others, there's no,
I make a motion, we accept the county value of $414,200.
yeah. So I have a motion from Mr. Smith, a second from Mr. Ashcraft. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. So the motion is carried for the current value of $414,200 to remain on hearing 8.
Hearing number 9 was for property key number 05063034. The taxpayer is Waxaw Parkway Farm LLC, and Mr. Tom Crouch was here and presented today.
And I think another good point was the amount of time all this has been up in the air since, what, 92 or 93 with these properties. They acquired it after that fact.
Yeah.
So,
Well, see, all these people who own these properties want it to get done, so their value goes through the roof.
yeah.
I know, what is it, whatever the group is, I forgot, the MP, whatever it is kind of pulling the plug on this thing for funding, so this thing is long-term right now, unless the developers decide to build the roads themselves.
When I think you made a good point about the price per acre on it now is only like $9,700 an acre.
Yeah, I mean, this is good as it's gonna get.
Yeah.
You can't find $10,000 acre
No.
property around.
Mr.
that
Chairman,
area.
I'd like to make a motion we accept the current value the county has, $1,183,400.
So I have a motion from Mr. Ashcraft,
Second.
second from Mr. Smith. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. So the motion is carried for the current value of $1,183,400 to remain on hearing 9.
Hearing number 10 was for property key number 07084273. The taxpayer was Liquid Management LLC, and Mr. Tom Crouch was here and presented today.
Make a motion we accept the county's current value of $39,400.
Yeah. So
I'll
have a-
second that.
Have a motion from Mr. Ashcraft, a second from Mr. Benchett. Any discussion? All those in favor?
I'll say this, these are the two things that I would have considered giving a little bit on because of the way they're screwed
She's
up.
already lowered it,
I know they've lowered it, but it's still, it's a mess. I'll just leave it at that, it's a mess.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna vote against it, you know.
Right. So I have a motion from Mr. Ashcraft, second from Mr. Benchett. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. So the motion's carried for the current value of $39,400 to remain on hearing 10.
Hearing number 11 was for property key number 07084274. Taxpayer Liquid Management LLC. Mr. Tom Crouch was here and presented today.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, same thing with this one. Current value of $39,400.
Okay, so I have a motion from Mr. Ashcraft,
Second.
second from Mr. Benchett. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. So motion's carried for the current value of $39,400 to remain on hearing 11.
Hearing number 12 was for property key number 07024041C. Taxpayer Liquid Management LLC. Mr. Tom Crouch was here and presented today.
That's a weird piece right there.
Yeah, this is
It
the
is.
one by the
This is-
expressway.
This is one that, I say it holds the earth together.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, you also asked me for the ownership of the ones around there.
Yes.
So all three north coming around are all owned by the same company, which is RMP Stanton LLC.
So best we know, totally, could be related, but probably totally.
He said they were not
He said
related.
they were unrelated, yeah. I'm just curious how they ended up, if it was through maybe a swap of some kind like they talked about on the other, but the county's already given, what, the 25% off for access. He hadn't, to me, hadn't furnished anything else.
He didn't
Yeah.
really say an opinion value.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm assuming his opinion of value was a 20,000 on here, but sometimes that's not exactly correct, but,
Yeah, without documents to back up.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we accept the current value the county has of $74,200.
so I have a motion from Mr. Ashcraft. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Smith. All those, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. So the motion is carried for the current value of $74,200 to remain on hearing 12.
Hearing number 13 was for property key number 06024036. The taxpayer was Downtown Wesley Chapel LLC, and Mr. Tom Crouch was here and presented today.
Mr. Chairman.
They're not far off on this one. I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll make
They lowered
them,
it to $215,500. That's pretty,
Yeah,
probably a good price for
Yeah.
that property.
yeah, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
yeah, they already,
To the school.
yeah. I make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we accept the county's current value of $215,400.
So I have a motion for Mr. Bench and a second from Mr. Ashcraft. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, so the motion is carried for the current value of $215,400 to remain on hearing 13.
Hearing number 14 was for property key number 06024030. The taxpayer was Downtown Wesley Chapel LLC, and Mr. Tom Crouch was here, and he did make mention that he was okay with accepting the county's amended value of $252.
He did.
I bet he is. Okay.
All right, Ms.
So, need a,
Yeah, I make a motion that we accept the county's current value of $252,000.
so we have a motion for Mr. Bench and second for Mr. Ashcraft. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, so the motion is carried for the current value of $252,000 to remain on hearing 14.
Hearing number 15 was for property key number 06141045A. The taxpayer was Wash One LLC. Mr. Tom Crouch was here and presented today.
Yeah, I mean, I,
Yeah, again.
Yeah, I make a motion, we accept the current value of $465,500.
have a motion for Mr. Smith, second for Mr. Ashcraft. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, so the motion is carried for the current value of $465,500 to remain on hearing 15.
Hearing number 16 was for property key number 07084328. The taxpayer was Liquid Management LLC, and Mr. Tom Crouch was here and presented today.
This was the,
That was some good information somebody got about what this thing's
the
being
house.
listed for.
The house gets
Yeah, the house.
blown out except for the outside walls.
The main note I had is listed for $1.6 million, isn't it?
Is what?
It's on the market for $1.6 million.
It is on the market for
That's how you can get
$1,600,000.
some buildings, taken down.
But
Yeah.
I guess the question is, I think we got a 90% reduction on the build of the dwelling. Should it be 100% and just call it a day and let the land be what the land is?
I think that's
That would
pretty
be
much, that's
nice.
pretty much what it is, I believe.
Well, it's a small adjustment
Yeah.
if you do it that way. You don't have to, but I'm just saying that would be the only thing I would consider.
Is there any value on any current value on the improvements?
I believe it's 11,000.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna give it to the city, aren't they?
Well, they said they've used it for the
Yeah, for
police,
the
and they've
police,
kind of shot it
law
up
enforcement.
already.
Then if they didn't have to pay to tear down the building, they're gonna get.
The fire department. He's
Fire
looking for the
department.
But you're
burn it
still
down.
gonna have to get rid of it when it's done. But then let the police use it, now they go let the fire department finish it off. So it really doesn't have any value. It'll cost them to get rid of it, but
So how
that's,
much is 11,000? You wanna take 11,000 off of 872,500?
yeah.
I think he's
Make a
just,
motion.
yeah, he's just wanting to remove
Yeah.
the
The
improvement
dwelling.
value. Yeah,
Yeah, so
I
that's
get
it.
take off $11,000.
yeah.
So you got it?
Got the motion?
Yeah, I don't know what that number would be, but
861,500.
861,500 is my recommendation.
Second.
Okay, so I have a motion from Mr. Smith, a second from Mr. Ashcraft. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, so the motion's carried for the value to be further reduced to $861,500 for hearing 16.
I think you.
Hearing number 17 was for property key number 07084323. The taxpayer was Indian Trail RV Boat Storage LLC, and Mr. Tom Crouch was here and presented today.
I make a motion, we accept the county value of $884,800.
Second.
So I have a motion from Mr. Smith, second from Mr. Ashcraft. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, so the motion's carried for the current value of $884,800 to remain on hearing 17.
Hearing number 18 was for property key number 09155001B. The taxpayer was UCQOZB2 LLC, and Mr. Tom Crouch was here and presented today.
Mr. Chairman, make a motion, we accept the county's current value of $1,327,900, because that's a reduction.
Second.
motion from Mr. Benson, second from Mr. Smith. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. So the motion is carried for the current value of $1,327,900 to remain on hearing 18.
Hearing 19 was for property key number 07090006Q. The taxpayer was Sun Valley Commons Lot 4 LLC, and Mr. Tom Crouch was here and presented today.
This the mom and pop place.
I make a motion, we accept the current value of $1,964,300.
Second.
That one.
Yeah, so I have a motion from Mr. Smith, second from Mr. Ashcraft. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. So the motion is carried for the current value to remain on hearing 19 of $1,964,300.
Hearing number 20 was for property key number 07105004, taxpayer Liquid Management LLC, and Mr. Tom Crouch was here and presented today.
Ooh.
Chairman, I'll make a motion. The current value of $2,015,200, but I just have to say they got a good deal.
They got a deal.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
got a
Second.
motion from Mr. Ashcraft, a second from Mr. Smith. Any
Yeah,
discussion?
I was gonna raise it, but I was just kidding.
Well, don't let me, I can rescind my motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. So the motion is carried for the current value on hearing 20 to remain at $2,015,200.
Hearing number 21 was for property key number 07129343. The taxpayer Stallings Point LLC. Mr. Tom Crouch was here and presented today.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we accept the county's current value, which was a big reduction of $1,555,800.
I second that
So I
motion.
have a motion from Mr. Benson, second from Mr. Ashcraft. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. So motion is carried for the current value of $1,555,800 to remain on hearing 21.
Hearing number 22 was for property key number 07090006B, taxpayer Sun Valley Commons LLC. Mr. Tom Crouch was here and presented today.
It's a pleasure of the board
I
here.
make a motion, we accept the county's current value of $3,434,100.
A little odd property. I thought the county did a good job putting this together.
Yeah, this was a tough one.
Better
Yeah,
than the other one.
yeah. So I have a motion from Mr. Ashcraft,
Second.
second from Mr. Benson. Any discussion?
My
All-
discussion is, that was a battle, they battled that one out. It was the last one, and both of them presented stuff, but only he didn't have any documentation.
County had evidence, they didn't.
Yeah, the county did a great job on that one.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. So the motion is carried for the current value of $3,434,100 to remain on hearing 22.
Hearing number 23 will be your settled addendum A.
Make a motion, we accept addendum A as stated.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. So the motion is carried for the staff recommendations to be approved as presented on hearing, hearing 23. Yeah,
Fine job, Mr. Chairman.
That'll take us to the end of our agenda for today.
okay.
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Chairman?
So moved.
Second?
I have a motion, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.
Good job.
So we'll be Monday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, but we've lightened them up, so hopefully they'll be quicker. We've done 15. Yeah,